No, I said
Session
your is spelled
5. Last time, our party seemed to have earned a place as guests. Successful return of Darlene Brownell warmed the town's reception to the party. Many discussions were had early in the morning at the Cedarkin Lodge before the mayor himself arrived, brought the news of Darlene's successful return home, thanked the party for their work, and welcomed them properly to Endsmeet, admitting the small town was often suspicious of newcomers, but that this group had proven themselves to be of honorable cloth. The party ate breakfast and discussed their plans to sabotage the efforts of the Moon Clan lycanthrope. After that, a visit was paid to the Brownell farm. Hiram Brownell admitted he had written off the adventurers as wasting their time. He apologized and thanked the party, providing his old weapon from another life to them thanks. Claudia took the longsword, an antique that clearly carried magic within it. The Brownells invited them all for dinner at a later time, and a warm goodbye was shared between them. That taken care of, the party delved into the Goldwood, direction of the prospective camp. Danger was avoided due to Gideon's careful guidance, and the party found Mutter's trail. Several tracking rolls and a conversation with an owl informed the party of the direction likely to lead to their target. They headed off, miles away into the forest. An alarming encounter near their target revealed a pair of werewolves, though seemed to be investigating the noise created by the party as they stomped through the Another lycanthrope, a gnomish woman named Shelby, announced her presence to the party and that they were indeed heading towards a Moon Clan camp, but that they are doing so in a very reckless manner. Her advice led the party off the obvious path, and as they found a better route, they hunkered down and waited for deeper night to fall, hoping the lycanthropes would camp. After a long while, several prayers and a test of patience, Shelby emerged in the clearing, revealing herself to be a jackal were, and that her friend, another werefolk named Thomas, was in trouble, urging the party to follow, which is exactly where we resume. We pull the map back to Goldwood. Well, have an actual at night during the day, but bear with me here. As you guys hear Shelby's cry for aid, what do you do?
First off, does anybody see me hurt from the silver I touched?
I'd love to see that, if possible.
Nope. I don't see
What's your
anything.
passive perception?
'Tis not great. It's a 12.
Roll me perception.
Okay.
The natural 20.
Yeah, I'm very tuned to my brother and his bullshit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, apparently. Jeez.
Bullshit.
See that. I think anybody else is not going to get a perception roll because they would not be paying that close.
Nope.
However,
But I would be.
Yeah, my
Sure.
passive is pretty high, but I don't think that
What
Velen
is
would
your
have been
passive?
paying attention. I mean, okay, it's not that high. It's
Yeah.
15 on perception.
no, you,
Hess has a 20.
17 on
passive.
insight.
Mine is 20. Do I notice?
yeah, you'd notice. Artie, do you notice your passive?
No, not at all. No.
Not even a little bit.
No, not even close. I don't
Okay.
even look at them.
So, the gnomish woman Shelby Mightrick has emerged into your camp, having revealed herself as Jackalware, urging you all to follow her.
Right, I'm with you.
Holy okay, holy shit. Okay, we're doing this, huh?
I think so.
I don't
Unless
think we
one
have
of
a
you-
choice.
Of course we have
It's
a
no
choice. we
time.
can
They're
just let
running
him-
that way. We have to go now.
Ah, shit. Let's go.
Yeah,
I'll book it.
Okay, and now begin a chase. You are chasing after her into the woods, following Shelby, who knows the way. I'd like everyone to roll me a perception to see just what is going on this trail.
Another perception.
Another perception. You
Boo.
don't get to count the perception you use with your brother for this.
Oh, sorry, I rolled twice for some reason.
First one.
It's
Artie, that
14.
was a 15. Tess and Velen with a 20. You see Shelby running through the forest ahead of you guys as you're chasing after. In the distance, you hear the sounds of branches snapping, as clearly there are other entities running in the same direction as you, ahead of you. They seem quite a distance away. You're not sure if you're gaining on them or not.
How close is Shelby to us?
Oh, she's 15 feet ahead of you.
Shelby, are those our people?
You hear her shout over her shoulder, yeah, just follow me, we gotta move!
Okay, I got little legs.
Same!
She's a lot quicker than you, though.
Okay, yeah, we book it.
Run, 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 run.
For this skill challenge, I'd like to know how you guys are going to navigate the forest quickly and stay on track following. For if those of you who are not familiar to skill challenges, this is going to be you can suggest a skill, spell, or ability. One person cannot use the same skill more than be a required number.
Can I start?
What have you got in mind?
I would like to use my acrobatics to vault and find the clearest, most navigable path, especially for Captain Shortlegs over here.
Let's see.
Short
Roll
legs.
acrobatics.
Orange.
21 is successful. Claudia takes the lead as she leaps up onto trees and then over into another clearing that the path is. It seems like it's a game trail that happens to cut into other ones that make it easier for all of you to keep up with Shelby. Those of you with that high perception roll of 20, seems like you might be gaining. If you one success.
Can I use strength to kind of like bulldoze or break anything in the path that might fall or things like
Are you
that?
proficient in it?
Sure am.
Athletics, yes.
Eee.
It's pretty good.
Enough, unfortunately. 17. You failed.
Ah.
The trees knock you off to the side, out of the path, and it takes a moment for the party to get you back up on your feet and back moving.
Can I
Damn.
try to cheerlead? Classic bardic inspiration.
Let's go. Let's go.
You can roll performance for me.
You're hyping us
Yeah,
up.
that's the thought. We could be heroes forever and ever. We could be heroes just for one day. Where the hell's my fucking button? Here it is.
Under P.
Yeah. My third level sheet isn't on here yet, so this should be +9, not +7. But
I haven't updated. I have not. Oh,
Oh boy.
18.
2 more.
it would be
She
an
said
18.
+9, so it would
Oh,
be an
it's
18.
an 18. That's a success.
God
Ooh,
damn it! I
because
missed
of-
by one.
You sure did.
Because of level 3, I'm expertise instead of proficiency
Yeah.
in performance.
As you all are running, you hear the uplifting words coming from Velen. And the boost to morale just makes you move a little bit more confidently, a little bit less afraid of getting tangled up, and you move faster. 2 successes and 1 failure. Next. Else.
May I have Tess use insight to kind of because it says about like predicting movements to kind of like try to see where the person that we're pursuing is going and kind of like track her movements more closely.
Yeah, I'll allow that. The DC is going to be a little bit higher, but yeah, I'll let.
You're so perceptive.
Figured that might be hard, but it was all I could think of at the time. I don't know if
That's
gonna
it.
work.
That's
Oh.
18.
But
Oh,
the
wait.
Higher,
DC's
though.
higher.
Shit.
Higher
shit, shit.
DC.
Somebody have inspiration.
afraid
I
that
want
is
to
a-
toss her away.
If someone has an inspiration, you can do it, but that.
Did you expend bardic inspiration when you gave us
No.
our? No, you were rolling
No,
performance.
Echo didn't let me.
I
set
have
bardic
a-
inspiration for that.
I have an inspiration I'll give to you.
Can you to make the roll higher, or do you want me to roll again?
You can make it up to 19 if you use it that way, or you can roll again. I don't think 19 will cut it. I think it might be 20.
Oh, I don't think 19. Let's try again.
Big rolls.
Oh, sorry guys.
Oh,
No,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
Two
that's the
failures,
dice.
2 successes. That's how it goes.
Well, can I spend my inspiration to say I rolled that 18 instead?
Not
for
now.
that.
It's too late.
Okay.
You had to have made that choice at the moment. As the skill challenge, I'm pressing time.
Okay.
As you guys are moving, You try and read the direction that this entity is moving, and you get it wrong. You guess wrong as it jerks to the right, and you lead the party off to the left just enough to lose a little bit of ground. Catching re-sight of Shelby, you get back on track right away, but you've lost a few in ground cover. Okay, one more person. Artie, the only one who hasn't spoken yet. Skill challenge. What do you got?
Show me what you
No.
got.
Can I? I'm trying to think of how to say this. Can I do like an investigation check to see if there's like a shortcut to kind of cut them off and try to gain ground like off to the right or left to see if there's a
you can do
pathway that
roll
might.
investigation.
Big roll, big roll.
Come on.
You can have my inspiration.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, roll again.
Big roll. No.
Oh,
Oh,
shitting me?
man.
Same exact roll.
Don't you have
okay.
an inspiration?
I don't really even know Tommy, so I don't really care, you know?
As you find a path that you are confident is the right way to lead the party, you all emerge suddenly in a clearing, and ahead of you, you see there's this large rock outcropping, and immediately, whipping around to see you all, you see wolves, much larger, wolven creatures, looking at you all, and you hear in a guttural voice, "Well, well, what a surprise." We are going to roll initiative here in a moment.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
We were close.
Is there? Okay, no, I'll wait for initiative. Oh,
I'm so
shit.
fucking fast.
Shelby's so
You
much more
are
attractive than I am.
So fast.
You have to be hot. You need a good
I
heart.
am not.
Yep, I got a mustache too.
That's hot.
I mean,
This is
different
the old
strokes.
west. You'd be the sexiest beast alive.
With my wild hair and my mustache.
That's right.
Do you want us to roll initiative?
Oh, yeah, please.
Don't forget to click
Now
the
I roll
token when
good.
you do so.
No, you're good. You're in.
Okay, great. Great.
Okay, so Claudia, you are the first off the bat as you see these wolves ahead of you. What do you do?
I'm
I'm.
the only person who can't see the map
Why do I have? Oh.
Yes.
Why can't you see the map?
because I don't own a token here.
Yes, you do. Right there. What are you talking about? Hold on. Hold on. God damn it.
It's fine.
Foundry.
It'll give me a second to kind of.
I'm sorry to say my map is also black. I don't know
No.
if-
Mine's gray. Like,
Yeah, it's
Great
dark.
tone.
It's
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, no, I
okay.
see a black screen.
have you
Okay,
tried
hold
reloading?
on.
Yeah, I don't own a token here.
But now,
There we go. Sure do.
I had to delete you and drag you back onto the map for some.
Weird.
Tess, do you have dark vision?
I do not, but I have my spoon.
Oh,
What
that's
is
why
that?
she can't see
What does
it.
that mean?
I have my
5 feet of-
glowy spoon. Already gave me a glowy spoon
Thank
in
you for
session
a
1.
glowy spoon.
Oh,
5
right.
feet
It
of
emits
bright
5
light,
feet of.
5
and
feet
then-
of light, so I can
and then-
see 5 feet ahead of me.
That's what you can
And
see.
then- and then 5 feet of
Rad.
dim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tess, it is pitch dark in this forest to you. You have a hard time even. You've been trailing Gideon by basically holding on. Definitely could be better situation here for you. Please, I'm gonna see if I can give you.
Dim light.
Nope, that's what you see.
Okay.
I know it's not ideal, but
It's not ideal for my characters. This is great, actually.
there ain't. Claudia, you're up
Humans.
first.
Okay, so are they on something raised?
They are
Uh,
above you. They're looking down
okay.
at you from above.
Approximate height.
Uh,
I had to just eyeball it.
so this part here is about 10 feet high, but there's
Okay.
a ramp here that it's an earthen ramp that goes down.
Got it. Okay, so I'm going to use 30 feet of my movement. That's all of my movement to get here.
Oh,
And I am going to use one of my maneuvers. Yay! So I'm going to use evasive footwork. So as long as I keep moving, I can add a d8 to my AC.
Okay.
So I'm going to add a d8 now, and we're going to say that she's still kind of moving on her feet at the 30-foot mark.
so I hate to
that
bring this
D8 in
up,
there.
but the only token I can see is Shelby's.
It's not so bad.
Aside from the enemies, so
Sorry,
I don't know
that's
where
not
you
bad.
guys are.
You have dark vision.
Yep. I can see the enemies and Shelby. Just
But none of the
other
my
players.
friends are not here.
That's really weird.
That is bizarre.
Should I refresh?
Yes.
Snoke, why are you doing this to us right now? Why are you being so
You know,
mean?
it's my luck, man. What can I say? I'm sorry to be the problem child.
Okay.
I heard music, but now I don't hear music anymore.
Probably switching songs.
No, it is currently playing a song.
I'm refreshing
I
my own.
also heard music and then lost the music.
There is no
Technology is
music for
flawless,
me.
everyone.
I mean,
Oh.
flawed.
Music's back.
He's being
I restarted the playlist.
Thank you.
One day. Ooh, I hear it.
Claudia, is there anything else you're doing?
Wait, she runs at 30 feet. She's got +3 to her ACs, which is a 20 now.
Okay.
And she's going to. She has her shield out and the silvered weapon in hand, and she's gonna like bang it like a Viking, on the shield and kind of like
Are you using the silvered weapon or the long?
the silvered weapon for sure.
Okay, I believe that is what?
It's a scimitar.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's just gonna draw attention to the creatures and kind of. She can't shift anymore today, but she's gonna growl at them to kind of incite them to come for her.
Okay. I'm not gonna give you an intimidation because your action.
Right?
This
No,
is a
I don't
check.
expect to. She's just trying to get them to look at her.
Okay, I'm glad that's out of the way.
It's now Shelby. Shelby dashes up onto the rocks right here, and as she
She's so
does,
cute.
she shouts, "Moonies!" And she's going to draw a bow.
I'm in love.
She's really cute.
She
I
fires-
approve.
Okay. She fires an arrow at the closest wolf. Anybody with a passive perception above 15 can see the arrow gleams with.
Ooh.
It's funny seeing a shifter use a silver weapon. Gideon.
Great tool for the job.
Not Gideon. Jericho. Forgot my
This
brother's
wolf
name.
takes a few points of damage as an arrow sinks into its hide, and Shelby says, "Move quick! Don't stay grouped up." That's her turn. It is now this.
Oh boy.
Claudia, you're the one who has isolated yourself, and so it is going to approach and attack you. It performs
Bring it,
a leaping
bitch.
pounce attack. Okay.
Fail.
22 to hit.
Shit! That hits.
I need a con save.
Oh.
We're doing this already.
15?
That is successful. You two take 7 points of piercing damage.
Ouch. Okay.
That's it for that wolf's turn. Bellin, you're up. What do you do?
First I'm gonna move
Okay.
because, as one does.
You hear as you approach, you see the wolf just yanking on and pulling at Claudia's legs. You got a good bite out of her.
Okay. Velen is going to stare at the wolf that is chewing on Claudia and go, what's a wolf's favorite tree? A lupine! Cast Tasha's hideous laughter on
I love that.
the wolf that is attacking her.
Okay,
I
what's
need
the
a
save?
wisdom save at
Did you look
15.
up wolf puns or something?
Yes, I did.
I love you.
I rolled a
so
17.
Okay, so it does nothing. But I tried.
I want to hear a wolf laugh though so much.
Claudia laughs.
Tess also laughs.
They're pretty.
Hey, that's pretty good.
A
Ah!
lot of the other ones that I found on the wolf pun list were just like they were too modern. It didn't make sense. But that one I thought I could do.
Fair enough. Anything else in your turn, Velen?
Let me just check bonus actions really quickly. I am going to give a bardic inspiration to Tess.
Yes,
Thank you.
You have a D6. Artie.
And she's just gonna go, thanks, I'll be here all week, because she laughed at her turn.
Okay. Artie, you're up. You do.
Oh shit. Okay. I was hoping that I'd have more time to work on it, but getting thrown to the wolves. Okay. So I'm gonna run up 15 feet
I don't
And
see
for
Jericho.
my action. Jericho's right underneath me, 1 square.
Oh, I see him. I just don't see him in the combat tracker. But
For my action,
Yeah, Jericho,
I'm
what
going
happened to your initiative?
Yeah, I don't know where my initiative went, because,
probably because he reloaded.
Yeah.
maybe?
What did you roll for initiative?
16 something? Let me just double check. On, I rolled, yeah, 16. It was total of 16.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I was hoping I had more time to work on this, but let's hope it works. You see him go into one of his little pouches on the side of his belt, and he takes out what looks like a small ball of metal with a red button on it. And he clicks the button and throws it on the ground in front of him. And all you see is pieces start turning and popping out and expanding. And it looks like
Shit.
a little
Sorry.
you're good. It looks
Sorry,
like a
guys.
little
Accidental.
Oh, you're good. And then it looks like a little ball with legs, like spider legs, comes out, and the red light just lights up, and that is going to be. I'm gonna bring out my force ballista,
Okay.
and yeah. Oh, it actually worked. I was worried about this. Okay. And I am. Do I have bonus action? For the moment being, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Magic Stone. Would you allow me to cast it on 3 pieces of silver?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's pretty
Okay.
smart.
Take out 3 pieces of
That's
silver.
so smart.
And you see me use my little scanner, and it scans it, and you see the silver start glowing with like a blue light. And okay, I'm ready for next. And that's my turn.
Okay.
I love it.
You have a token for my ballista?
I'm trying to find. I
For
have
your
a.
spidery boy. It
Mm,
made me think of those Dwemer robots in Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
We'll use
Yeah.
this for now.
Anything works.
Oh, it's so cute. I love it.
Cute.
Look at it
Yeah.
spin.
He is a small object.
Okay. When you summon the cannon, it can.
Oh, right away as a bonus action. So then I would revert and not cast Magic Stone because
Oh.
that was my bonus action. But
Up to you.
yeah, I would rather be able to attack.
Okay.
Riggs, go ahead and let loose, and you see the red eye start to light up, and it's gonna blast a force beam out.
At this
see if I-
entity? Or one
Yeah, the first. I can't see anything else besides this one.
Okay.
He's pretty short.
Yeah, I can't see over that hill. Let me see if there's a regular button for it. No, it is just a D6, so I'm just gonna click this. 22 to hit,
22 certainly hits.
Heck yeah.
That's what he hit me
And-
with. So yeah, fuck him up.
2d8, 4 damage. Not great,
Oh,
but
That is sad.
if I'm not mistaken, it does it automatically or does it make a strength saving throw? Let me see. On a hit, takes 2d8 force damage, and if the target is a creature, it's pushed up to 5 feet away, so it's pushed back 5 feet.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Little force ballista, and the wolf just as it is shoved backward on its.
Claudia looks in the
legs
direction that
stretching
came
into
from, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
I got a new friend.
Okay. Next. Unless you want to move.
That is it
He
for
did
my
move
turn.
already.
The woven humanoid form leaps down. And it looks at all of you over at Claudia, and it says, "This will be fun." And then suddenly, inhumanly fast, it rushes up, and it's going to rush up to D6 to see who it is that's engaging. Velen.
Phone will be cool. Don't worry.
Its massive claws, you can almost hear the sound of the claws extending as it slashes them. That's an 8 to hit. And then it's going to bite you.
No.
It's a 13 to hit. Velen, does that hit
Nope.
you? Okay. You managed to ward off this woven figure's attacks. But it was
Like,
close.
I can imagine just going.
Gideon's turn. Shit.
He's next to Tess's 5 feet of light, though.
Yeah,
Sure, he
he's
can
also
see
next to the
Tess
cannon.
super
The
well.
cannon seems like it.
It
the
doesn't
cannon
actually.
seems like
It's
it,
just
maybe.
that token.
It's
Oh,
just
okay.
that token seems to normally have a glow, but it's just a
Oh,
sub.
I gotcha.
I can't see shit, guys. I like the image of Tess holding up this little spoon.
I know, right?
Hey, do we not have dancing lights or light spell? Anybody?
I'm not a magic caster. It's up to y'all.
Oh.
Gideon is going to.
You can
Did Gideon
absolutely get light
have-
up, but
Gideon has a silver scimitar.
Somebody took bolts or arrows.
I did.
She did. Okay. Somebody.
Gidean
thought
has
we
a
got him.
silver
But I also
scimitar,
can't
yeah.
see.
I think he.
so
I think he
that'll be
got a
fine.
scimitar.
I'm going to give
Shoot
Gideon
wildly.
a perception check here. Okay, Gideon knows the direction of the. He's going to move up till he encounters them. Oh, there you are. And he's going to make.
Is there somebody there? I only have the one wolf on my screen.
Yes, there's somebody there.
Okay.
Gideon rolls a natural 1.
Oh no.
If you cannot. When I click on you, Artie, I can see everything, so I think you need to refresh.
Okay.
I don't know why this encounter is so buggy.
No problem.
Jericho.
Jericho is going to use his bonus action, and he's going to shift, gaining more beast-like features. His ears extend, his teeth sharpen, and his eyes narrow. And I will gain 4 temp HP as well. Attacks cannot be made at advantage on me, and I will run up. That's 25 feet. No. I'll stand there because still flanking with Valen. So 20 feet. And then I'm going to swing my battle axe at him.
The silvered one.
That's a miss.
Yep. Well, that is my turn.
Excuse me. Okay.
Did you just hiss at us?
He
I
blew
blew
his
my
nose.
nose. So close, though. All right. It's now this. This one is going to surge forward, and it's going to engage Shelby. Please. Back. It misses with a natural 8. But now this wolf is engaging Shelby, and Shelby is forced to put away her bow. Claudia, it's your turn.
Okay. So she sees that larger wolf is thoroughly combated or assailed by. So she's gonna run 15 feet this way, and she's gonna take a slash at this wolf with
Okay.
her scimitar. 17.
That hits.
Yes.
Fucking
7 points of damage.
7 points of slashing damage. This wolf drops to the ground.
Oh. She says, "Oh wow, that worked!" And she's gonna do the remaining 15 feet of movement to charge toward this enemy now, and she's gonna end her turn still moving
Okay.
evasively.
Now Shelby's turn. She puts away her long and makes a scimitar.
Wait,
attack.
is Tess in the combat order?
I don't see her.
I don't see you. Oh, you had to just.
Sorry.
What was your initiative?
It was really low. It was like a 4.
But we're gonna set you at a 4.
She had a
You
had a
can go
6.
now. Doesn't matter. She's
Sorry.
Okay.
all right. Tess, go ahead and take your turn now.
It's okay. Tess is can't see anything. She's gonna run up. Let's see, 15 feet. She still can't see anything.
Gideon suddenly appears in your vision as he runs in the darkness.
She's gonna yell to Artie and be like, "Hey, buddy, do you have anything can help us see better, baby?"
I gave you a
I'm
spoon.
just gonna. Spoon's great. I still can't see very much.
Throw it.
Bink.
You hear Shelby
she's
shout,
now-
"Are you kidding me? None of you have a torch?"
She does have a torch. She doesn't want to let go of her shield though.
I got it on my next turn.
I'm gonna have her. I'm gonna have her take a risk. She's gonna touch her holy symbol and clench it really hard in her fist, and its eyes are gonna open, and she's gonna invoke duplicity.
Yes.
And a duplicate of herself is gonna appear. I can't see where this is. I don't know if this is allowed, but I was hoping like right on the other side of this wolf, so she can be like, "Hey, pick on someone your own size."
Does it say you have to be able to see where you put it?
I don't think it does. Let me check. As an action, until you lose concentration on the spell, illusion appears within 30. It just says illusion appears within 30 feet of you.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Illusion. Right there.
Cool.
What's your spell DC?
15.
Alright. Anything else on your turn?
I think that's all I can do right now.
Okay. Then we dive back into where we were in the initiative order right after as Shelby makes a scimitar attack on this wolf.
Shelby.
That is an 11 to hit, which misses. You hear her as the scimitar like tries to lash down, and the wolf bats it away with a paw. You just hear her say "fuck," and that's turn. Defeated Velen, you're up.
Shelby is much cuter than I first anticipated.
Mm-hmm. I like her.
She's adorable.
I knew it the whole time.
Ellen is casting light on her silvered rapier, so that the
Okay.
blade is illumined in a long sweep of just celestial light.
Yeah. Suddenly emit
Thank
light.
you.
So that is, I get that once per day. And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna toss a bonus. My bonus action, I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration to Jericho, just to the tune of "You can do better than that."
Thank you.
Hey, Jericho, you have a D6.
Yay.
And that's my turn because I'm not moving.
Okay. Artie, you're up. Suddenly, light gleams from Velen, and it's easy to see everything that's going on immediately with this woven figure.
Okay, with that being said, my foundry's not loading, so I'm gonna firebolt it.
Firebolt. The big roll.
Firebolt. Yeah, sure, the big one.
Okay, roll spell attack for me.
Pew pew.
Are you on a
It's gonna be
Mac?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm on a $5,000 PC.
That's only.
Fantastic. I love that it's not loading for no good.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's a 15 to hit on the firebolt.
Yeah, that hits.
Woo!
Okay, good
No
old
armor on this bitch.
2 damage.
Okay.
Oh, it's back. I'm here.
Okay. Seems to be resistant.
To fire?
Yeah, so 1.
Okay. And with that being said, now that I'm back, can I... Is that the one I was shooting at in the group of the 5
Yes.
people standing around it? Okay. Can I move my guy, my little force ballista? I can move it 15 feet. Can I move it so it has a better angle?
Yeah. It
Like to... Right there. Perfect. Yeah.
Love it.
And Riggs, get him. And he's gonna blast. I'm just gonna click the firebolt because it doesn't give me a thing. It's the same thing. That's shit.
An 11 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Shoots wide.
This bolt of energy just flies over the world.
I still got a couple screws and nuts and bolts I gotta tighten. It's a little finicky. And I am going to hide behind this thing.
Roll stealth. Oh, you can't. You're not a rogue.
Well, I can't. No,
you
I'm
just
just
take cover.
like out of sight. Yeah.
It's werewolf.
The big boy. It's his turn.
It is his turn.
Woo.
As you, the first entity to deal damage to the wolf, the werewolf says, "Get run from me," and it will jump. Fucking boing.
It
Jumps.
boings?
It boings. It goes 15 feet, leaping entirely over Tess, Gideon, and Jericho,
Holy shit.
and then runs 5 feet up to you, Artie.
Okay.
It's gonna be a claw and then a bite.
Oh god.
That's a 19 to hit with the claws.
That'll hit.
You take 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Here's the bite. This is the one to worry about. That's a 16 to hit.
Misses.
Yes.
As the claws slash into you, you see the werewolf lurch down to chomp, and you manage to just duck right underneath it, and it just right over you.
Help! Get in.
It's now Gideon's turn. Gideon, he looks over in the direction the werewolf ran, which is no longer illuminated. He's gonna run in that direction, and the werewolf suddenly appears in his vision coming out of the darkness. First, he's going to place Hunter's Mark. Has an easier time keeping track of the thing.
Does he get flanking?
Yeah, he gets flanking. He's gonna make an attack with a simple.
Papa.
With advantage, that's a 15 to hit, which hits.
Okay.
So he deals 9 plus the Hunter's Mark of a d6. Deals 12 points of damage with that slash.
Ooh.
And because it is silvered, it cuts right through. As the silver cleaves into the werewolf, you all hear, "You'll pay for that." Jericho, your turn.
5. Yeah, we're just gonna go right here. We're gonna bonus action rage, and since this is the first time, I'll roll a d3 to see what happens. 1. Okay, so as he rages, you watch as his mouth kind of elongates and grows, and he all of a sudden just has these massive fangs, and drool just starts dripping from them as he swings his axe. 23.
Oh,
As you-
Nice.
Yeah, a 23 certainly hits. So with your silver battle axe, you deal how much?
Well, I didn't say one-handed or two, so I'll let you decide.
Why don't you just
I
roll
didn't realize it was. Yeah,
roll a
we'll-
d2?
Do you have a shield?
I don't.
Then it's two-handed.
Okay.
Why
why would-
say two-handed is less damage?
Because it
It's
rolled
because
less
the-
damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa.
They both have their own individual rolls.
Heard.
But you get to
He rolled
add
a
rage
2 on
to
his
it, so
d10. That
it's-
sucks.
You add
Plus-
rage totals 8.
Yep.
8
Oh, don't
points of-
forget to hit on your Beyond 20 link that you are raging. It has that option.
Does it?
Yep.
Artie, you see across this werewolf, you see Jericho take on even more wolven.
I knew it.
You knew what? That he was a shifter? Shocker.
This wolf is going to attempt to it's going to attempt to bite and shove Shelby off this. It misses with a 13. Okay. A very effective wolf. Tess, it's your turn.
Tess still can't quite see. The light is really helpful. She's gonna move up a little bit. Oh, the pool of light is not changing, so that's not
Yeah.
great for me.
That is a 10-foot cliff here.
Oh, cool. Good. She doesn't know that, or also where anything is. But I think she thinks that Artie is kind of like in this direction. So she's gonna move there. Oh, good. She found the wolf. And she's about 5 feet from it. So she's just
You're
gonna
10 feet.
guiding bolt. Oh, I'm 10 feet from it. Good. Is that will that be disadvantage for a ranged attack? Is that
No.
close? Too close?
No. If you're
Cool.
within 5
Then
feet, it's 2.
that's what I thought. So she's just gonna guiding bolt it and hope that that's gonna give her some light.
Okay. Yeah, you cast Guiding Bolt.
And that's a
14
14. I don't think
hits.
that hits. It does? Oh, hey.
Ooh.
I'm glad about that.
I'm glad to be. So you deal 12. As with the other damages taken, it does not seem to be as effective as.
Okay, that's fair. It is now. I think it's supposed to be glowing a little bit. I imagine that the bolt of this light, this holy light, is like whatever, like 3 colors kind of mixing, and it hits the target, and now the target's glowing, and whoever attacks it has advantage on the next attack.
Excellent. Is that your
As a
turn?
bonus action, I'm gonna move my duplicate up right next to the wolf.
Okay.
I don't know if it's. Oh, yeah, cool. Let me do that. That's all.
All right. Claudia.
Okay, so the wolf she can see, the bigger one, is being once more hounded by everybody. So she's gonna go 10 feet this way, and she's gonna try to clamber her way up this slope to give Shelby some help.
Okay,
So-
roll athletics.
Damn.
DC 10.
Oh, actually, I'm not. DC what?
10.
Oh.
Yeah,
can do
with a
it.
natural 20, you don't even burn any movement
Oh!
up the cliff. You basically
Just-
two-step it.
She just feral claws sink into the rock, and she's up. So no movement to go up. That's great. So she has 20 feet of movement left. So she's gonna go opposite flanking to slash at this bitch with her scimitar.
Go ahead, roll your attack.
16,
That hits.
6 damage.
Okay.
And then I think I had 5 feet of movement left, so she's just gonna move 5 feet to the left so that she can keep moving.
Okay. Now it's Shelby's turn. Shelby is going to clamber off the edge of the cliff to be in a safer spot and is going to attack the wolf from her own. She does have advantage because of where you are. But, oh, a 13 hits. Okay. About time. She deals 5 points of damage. Then, Shelby looks at you and says, "Neat trick. Help." She's on the edge of the cliff. Velen,
She
it's
put
your
herself
turn.
there.
Well, she can't get all the way around. Velen, it's your turn.
Well, I'm gonna move, because I'm all alone now.
I like
Here.
that.
Oh, yay, light.
Yeah.
I just like how all the tokens light up when light things go over top of them.
Foundry's so dope.
Claudia's just a little bit illuminated in the light.
All right. And having run up into melee with this bad boy, I'm gonna stab.
Okay, you have advantage on the attack.
Yeah. Kill him.
It does seem like kind of a waste for Velen to get the well, all right, I already said I was doing it. That's right, I have to do this from features. because of the thing with the.
The thing in the stuff.
Well,
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yay!
Ooh.
Okay.
and that should be silvered.
It certainly is.
Okay.
Artie, it's your turn.
Wait.
Oh. No, it's not.
I'm sorry. I still have a bonus action. I'm trying to see if I can even see Claudia from here. I think there's kind of a cliff in the way,
There's a 10-foot cliff right next to you.
so I can't really see her.
No,
She's
not
not really
really.
line of sight. Okay.
Appreciate the
Um,
thought.
Well, I was going to do that, but instead, all right, I'm gonna give Artie a bardic inspiration.
Woo.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, short stack. Let's not die.
I'm trying.
That's what I got. All right, sorry.
Okay,
I was
you have a D6.
thinking I was gonna healing word Claudia, but I can't see her. So, oh well.
Appreciate that.
Very nice.
Okay. Artie, it's your turn.
You know what? Knowing my firebolt didn't do enough, I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to go ahead and take those 3 silver pieces out, and I'm gonna cast Magic Stone on them.
Yes.
And everything I described
Nice.
before. And since I'm up in this guy's face, I'm gonna pop one in my sling for my action, and I'm gonna go ahead and fire it at the one on the hill. Can I see it?
Yeah, you can, but you're at disadvantage because there's a werewolf right next to you.
What?
You're making a ranged weapon attack with enemy.
No, the one on the hill.
No, but there's still an enemy in melee with you, so it causes you to have difficulty aiming.
This guy right here?
Yes, I
is
get you
giving
now. Okay.
disadvantage.
Okay.
He's big scary.
I am going to just do this then. I'm out. Ha! I'm out.
I really hope you don't get slashed.
He's gonna bite you.
Yep.
Miss, 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 miss.
It's a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, shit. And I am going to now go ahead and shoot my silver coin at the one on the hill to try to help out this beautiful young gnome.
Okay, roll an attack.
Okay.
An 11.
I have Bardic Inspiration.
Yep.
Yeah, add a
I'm
D6.
burning it. I'm burning it, baby. So 13
hits.
AC is 13. You hit it.
Woo!
And I get a D6 plus 4. This is magic bludgeoning with a silver coin.
Means that 8 points of damage goes through the wolf.
Yay!
Hey, Artie Wolfslayer.
You're gonna
He
hear
killed
me
it with
say,
a silver coin too.
Old Knuckles gonna be eating
Said he was
that later.
gonna.
I like the idea of like there's just like this silver coin burn bullet going through his head.
So I think I can move my Eldritch Cannon 15 feet
As a bonus action.
as a bonus action.
I believe
Okay,
so,
then.
unless it says otherwise.
I'll leave it for now and I'll read it and then figure it out. But that will be my turn.
Okay, it's now the werewolf's turn. Looks around at its allies being slain and at all of you surrounding it. Yeah. Next time. And it
No.
will. Okay. It,
No.
it turns into a wolf in front of you. And then it darts away.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You do.
Yes.
Velen and Gideon will as well.
Can my attack to be to grapple it?
You want?
But I want it to be flavored as I sink my teeth into its leg as it tries to run away.
thing.
Okay, this is a contested roll.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll athletics.
You're so strong.
Can I add that bardic to that?
Yeah, right?
It's a D6, right?
Yep.
18.
22.
Son of a bitch!
I have inspiration. I have inspiration. Please reroll that.
Yes.
You want me to reroll? Or you want him
Or
to
me to
reroll?
reroll.
No, I want you to reroll. Echo, your dice suck.
Okay.
Wow, straight out said it to his face.
You were saying it to us last night.
Natural 20
Are you
for
kidding?
Damn it.
23.
No.
He gets even further.
No,
This
it's
is what I get
it's,
for taunting the DM. I'm sorry.
uh,
That's
It's-
what
That's
you
the
get for
DM and the
talking
dice
shit.
said, "Fuck you."
Velen and Gideon also make next opportunity. Gideon's
Fell
just
to the
going to stab
bathroom.
it. Gideon does hit it.
Yes.
Ooh, 10 points. Okay. When Velen returns, he has a potential. If he doesn't, it will get away faster.
Well, it's not that far though. I could shoot that thing.
It's taking its full turn to run.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like,
Pussy.
this is it. This is me handling whether or
Yes.
not you kill it with the attacks opportunity.
Yes.
Well, it's
And-
on you. You have an attack of opportunity on this fleeing wolf.
And clarification on my Eldritch Cannon, I can only move it if I use that bonus action to attack with it.
Okay.
So it's part of the same bonus action.
Got it. So,
So it's good.
Velen, are you wearing the wrong headset right now?
She realized.
You hear us now?
Now that I've put on the correct headset, yes, I can.
Yes.
Okay. You need to make an attack of opportunity on this werewolf, or it's going to
Kill
get away.
it. Kill it.
You need to deal. You need to basically roll maximum.
Or make him laugh.
I
Never
am
warcaster.
not a
Anything left.
warcaster.
Damn it.
So I'm just gonna have to stab.
You're so good at this.
Suspense is killing me.
15 hits. Roll damage.
There's hope.
Was that enough?
Yes.
Was 10 enough?
Yes.
It was not. That's
No!
one hit point as
Hold
it
on,
runs
hold on,
away.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Wait.
Catch him, right? I'm real close.
I can use an inspiration to raise 1 point on a die, can't I? Can I spend my inspiration to make that damage die an 8?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna mark off my inspiration and say that I did that.
Okay.
Yay!
Because fuck that wolf in particular.
Okay. The werewolf dead.
Yes! Two very unlikely people to kill some werewolves. Velen
Yeah.
and Artie.
Yeah, we're like I'm the bard.
And at that moment, we end the combat. Shelby's looking down the cliff at you as you stab the werewolf as it's about to make its escape, transforming into a wolf, and she says, "Oh, good shit. Moonies suck. Okay. Oh. Now we have to fucking track. We have to find where the hell they went." And she, like, gets down off the cliff and starts searching for...
I would like to help her or do it myself.
Roll
I would like to
survival.
Also-
sniff since I'm still in
Fling myself
shifter
off.
form.
Roll perception at advantage.
At
Ooh.
20.
Velen is
You
Wow!
only have
Her-
a +1. That is unfortunate.
Really?
gonna hold up her glowing sword so that people can see.
Really.
Thank you.
Can I do a
With-
survival to find those
Hold
traps?
With a 21, you are aware the people you were following headed northwest from you. That's what you know, based on the smell. Not enough information to follow closely, but you can
Yes.
narrow where the tracking.
Okay. Well, I will tell
May I
them.
investigate the wolf to see if there's anything useful in terms of like where he like who he is, etc. Other than
Stuff he's
being
got
able
on
to
him.
To hybridize the werewolf.
yeah, the werewolf.
Roll investigation.
Can I survive all those
Racist to
tracks?
skin these
Yes.
in front of her.
Nah. She said we suck. No, terrible.
That's not
Awful.
very
No
good,
good.
sorry,
Very
guys.
bad.
With a 9, you're not even sure where this is anything. Seems to
Fair.
be just a hybrid / human. Not wearing much. Was using its claws in its mouth to fight. Was close to feral.
I would like to do something.
What would you
Super
like to
not important. So I'm going to use my magical tinkering, and I'm going to take out a picture. Not a picture, a piece of paper. And one of the things I can do is I can make a static visual effect that can be a picture. And I'm pretty much going to take a picture of the wolf that I slain with a metal coin sticking out of his face. Silver
Okay.
coin.
Souvenir.
I need proof. I got a bet.
Me and nature.
Okay.
15. I think this is.
Ah, fuck. I'm gonna go ahead and take my coin back out. Ah, shit. I still gotta win that bet. And I'm gonna come back down the hill.
Shelby, where are we going?
She is currently scanning the ground. She rolled very high on her survival. She points and she says, "They rushed this direction. Let's need to head. Follow these tracks. It looks like they're headed." You see her frown.
Isn't that normal? Don't they normally meet there? Let's go.
She looks nervous and she nods, and she's going to basically wave for all of you.
Yep. I'm ready to go.
I'm gonna have Riggs,
I'm gonna
my
slap a
little
healing word on Claudia as we go.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have Riggs, my little Eldritch Cannon, kind of form back into a tinier version so I can pick it up and carry it.
Okay.
So it's on me. I think it lasts an hour. Yes, 1 hour.
Tess, what are you doing?
I'm gonna follow them. My duplicate only lasts 1 minute, so it'll fade.
Okay.
Take
As
9 back,
we're-
Claudia.
Thank you. As we're going and following, can I insight check my brother to see like what's going on with him?
Do whatever makes your heart happy.
Insight check him. Terrible.
Jericho,
There's
does
a
she
lot of
get anything
adrenaline.
with an 8?
Nope. He just stands there quiet.
There's a lot of adrenaline going on, guys. Oh,
Okay.
go.
All of you make haste. Again, following the trail you. We go to the mood image. As you guys are running into the forest, we resume the skill challenge. Failures led you. But the failures reset. You still have 2 successes. So, everyone has already made a challenge, or rather has come up with an idea for their skill challenges. So we reset the order. Everyone can now guess again. Anybody have
Do they have to
any?
be? Do they have to be different than our previous ones?
We do.
Can I use my survival to help follow the tracks?
Yes. Roll.
Gail, I hate to tell you guys, everything else I have is tragically
Yep.
bad.
I only have 2 decent skills: survival and acrobatics.
Succeed. 19. Meet.
That's
4th
3.
success.
What?
Or no, yeah, you meet.
Huh?
Took my
Well,
only other good one.
As you follow and
Sorry.
you help Shelby follow the tracks. The trail is a bit more defined as you're getting closer, and you believe, yeah, you are heading toward the trail,
Great.
which means 3 successes.
Thank God. Because I literally had nothing else.
Claudia's
Me
gonna
neither.
ask Shelby as they run if he makes it to Mutter's trailer. Will we have to fight all of the Moonies?
You're next to Shelby. She's not. You need to at least see what's going on. Just stay quiet. Which, as she says that, I need a stealth roll.
Can I give someone the blessing of the trickster real quick? Claudia, can I?
Please,
Nope.
please,
Who do you give it to?
please.
I mean, I would look at Claudia, but if she won't take it, I'll give it to Artie.
Artie needs more than I do.
Straight roll, baby. Let's go.
Okay. Everyone roll stealth.
Terrible. Ugh. Ah! Suck!
I'm clanking
Your
around.
straight roll gave
Just
you
so
a
you know.
natural one. None of us did well.
Just so you
Shelby-
know, that 9 is actually a 10 because of my level up.
Proud of
But
you.
it's, it's a 10.
With a 5, Artie.
Fuck.
Shelby looks at you as you're rattling and she says, serious?
I'm not used to this. I'm covered in metal. It just clanks around. I don't know what to do about it.
Just tie that shit down.
Okay.
Roll again. She's giving you not having
Okay. 8.
8.
Horrible. We
Better
are
than a
the
5.
least stealthy group on the fucking planet. No one rolled higher than an 11.
True.
Except maybe Shelby.
I had my level 2 spells I could pass without a trace us, but I can't do that yet. So someday.
As you
Jericho's
guys-
ends things are kind of just like taking over, and he's kind of growling as you guys walk through the woods.
Insight check for that shit. She's just like,
As you guys are making your way, you're moving. You're hauling ass into following this. Shelby turns and looks at you, Claudia, and closely. And she dives into the thicket. And everyone else, she looks at you and she just goes like a gesture to stay fucking still.
okay.
So
Claudia follows with that word.
Claudia and need you to roll perception.
Oh, whew, thank God. Hey!
Okay, you both hear very well. You don't have to get. As you approach, I'm going to change the map. It is not going to be visible to everybody. It's only going to be visible to S. Claudia, but it will be on the record. S. Claudia, you hear a voices, and angry shouting going. Approach much. Shelby crouches down into a thicket, holding up a hand to stop you, and an angry male voice. You think just because the cowards that live in their hovels call you friend that they'll protect you? And then through the brush you see another werewolf, a much larger one, faced, reach down and claw, and looking, you push down the brush and you can see a white wolf suddenly take a huge blood streak. Beyond them, you see several other creatures. You see a woman with her arms folded, looking down at what's happening. Several other jackals watching. Where are they now? Again, the werewolf strikes the white. They're not your friend. They're nothing like you. You are like us, and I will remind you of that every time I see you. 'Cause you are one of us, whether you like it or not. And then the werewolf sweeps down and takes a huge bite out of the white, thrashing it around and hurling it, tossing it up. The woman suddenly stands up as the man says, "Let the pain be a reminder, coward." The woman rolls her shoulders and says, "That's enough, Raynor. For now, he won't see our way if you bleed him." And the hybridized werewolf looks at her, bows his head. Good. Leave him. He won't die. Moon Clan, we move! And all of you watch. Every single one of the creatures vanish to freeze. But before they do, the woman looks over White Wolf and then straight at you. Says, we meet again. He turns into a massive bear in lumber. Next to you, you hear Shelby begin to whimper, almost as... Thomas, we have to help him. Please. Don't move. They're still
It's
close.
gonna be okay.
Oh, you see she's like really struggling with the fact, and you see this white wolf is prone, bleeding, like he's on the verge.
How far away is he
From you?
from me?
About 40 feet, which unfortunately, it is pitch black. You can't see anything.
It is. So I can't see him.
But you heard all of that. You hear Shelby next to you, edges of...
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna help him. I just gotta see him. Ellen, can I have your light?
They're not near you.
No,
Yeah,
that's right.
we crept up
Yeah.
ahead.
How far away are you guys?
Good. There's maybe 50 yards ahead of you.
Okay, so
You're waiting.
Yeah.
You're waiting for
I
them.
can
waiting.
hear you. I can take you to him. I can see.
Yeah, but we won't. I could do something if I could see him, but I can't. Not from this distance.
And we go.
We can't. Still close. We have to wait.
Tess, bless me.
Okay.
I'm asking for a blessing of the trickster.
Yep, she got you. She's got you.
Claudia's gonna try to creep out and retrieve Thomas and bring him back to them.
Roll stealth.
With advantage!
With advantage.
Please, God! Oh!
Clutch.
Whoa, one of those is a natural one! She's gonna hands and knees, not like, well, she's gonna all fours. She's not on her knees. She's more quadrupedal than that when she's wolfy. And she's gonna creep forward through the brush,
Okay.
get Thomas, and bring him back.
Roll me medicine.
Okay.
As you approach, you hear White Wolf just...
I have a
this
potion.
constant...
She didn't
a
roll well
9?
on medicine?
With
And
a
she's got-
9, you can tell he's... I think he's barely conscious. You're nervous about trying to move.
I have a potion. I'm gonna give it to him.
You still have my handy hop up, by the way.
That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna be like, oh, already said this is gonna work. I'm gonna stab him. Like, plunge the needle into him.
The wolf is so injured that it doesn't act and try to move. It's like resigned to it. Congratulations, you prevent Wolf Thomas from dying. Healing, he's back up to 10.
She says that she kind of like gets him to look at her and she says, I'm here. I'm gonna keep you safe.
On the ground in front of you, the wolf form vanishes, and you see a half-elven man, prone, hurt. Look at you, says, "Oh, thank you."
My name is Claudia. Just be quiet. I'm gonna help you get back to fuck, what was her name? Your friend. Shelby. I'm gonna get you back to Shelby.
All right. Yeah, leave.
She's
kinda...
gonna help him.
Oh, you actually like help him up?
Yes, she's gonna help him.
Okay. Help Thomas up. Call him over. As you do, from the tree line, you hear.
God.
what you do. All Tom.
Claudia will look in the direction she heard that and just like kind of give the most glowering look she can. I don't know if you'd allow me an intimidation on that, but she wants to look
Roll
nonplussed.
intimidation and a perception.
I'll do perception first. A dirty 20.
What language do you speak?
Common, Elvish, Primordial, and Sylvan.
In Sylvan, here. Then
She's gonna growl in Sylvan, you wish. She's gonna help Thomas back into the brush.
okay.
You forgot your intimidation roll.
That's true, I forgot my intimidation. That'll be for my you wish. Not bad, not bad.
You hear the
There's a
woman's
growl
voice,
to her voice that I can't do myself.
in the woman's voice.
Oh.
Okay, you haul Thomas. You next to you, Tess. You hear Shelby just like, shit. Oh, he's down, and she's like panicking, but not saying it loud enough for Claudia to hear. Even with an 18, she's whispering it herself. Then Thomas, as soon as Thomas emerges into the brush, Shelby says, "What the fuck was that, Thomas? How could you let yourself get grabbed like that? What the fuck?" And you just hear Thomas go, "Sorry, I was..." And just Shelby turns into Echo. Like right in front of you both. And then just basically begins walking back toward the... It's like... Get out of here.
Yes, we do. They know we're still here.
Yeah.
They're letting us leave.
Oh, they are. They worked.
Okay, so she's gonna, still with his arm over her shoulder, help lead him back to the rest of the group.
Moments later, the rest of you are waiting in this brush. Claudia and Tess emerge with jackal form. Shelby leading them. You see an unfamiliar brown-haired, long-haired, half-elven man. His arm over Claudia's shoulder. And he is clearly very heavily injured.
So, as they come through, the first thing they see is Jericho, both hands in his mouth, trying to feel his teeth. Like, those teeth were new to him, so he's just kind of like trying to figure out what the hell's going on with them.
There's a long pause as Shelby in jackal form is looking up at you. Just like...
What?
And then Thomas says, "Oh,
Oh, hello.
Hi.
You're the one that was watching us earlier, right?
hey, I found you by the river."
Hmm.
Yes.
Looks like we
you
found
and
you.
everyone else. How are, I guess how are you feeling is a stupid question.
Well,
He almost died.
Like it.
several broken bones. I'm bleeding all over the place. Friend here saved my life. Owe you one.
Would you like me to carry you back?
No, I do still have my dignity.
Velen, Tess, could either one of you heal him?
Yeah, I was gonna have on the way back. I'm gonna have Tess just kind of be walking behind him and whisper "thrive," and cast healing word on him.
How much do you heal him for?
So, I only have the one spell level slot, so it's like a D4 plus 5, I think. Sorry,
I have
missing my-
something helpful I could do if we took a short rest, but
We need to get out of here first.
Yeah.
They know we're here. They let us leave.
Oh shit,
Mm.
that's not good.
intimidation tactics, huh?
They saw me.
9.
9. Okay.
Nice.
You watch as his right leg resets its... He
Mm.
just... Oh!
That sounded
Sorry.
rough.
Hey. Well, I can walk for sure now, thank you. Walk. Yep. And he just is like groaning and holding his hip.
Do you have?
I'm a little,
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm a little concerned. Why did they, if they knew we were here, why did they just let us go? We were clearly outnumbered. What?
Sending a message. I've heard that the plan is here. Root.
Shit.
Unless we
Tess is gonna.
This is what?
Sorry, Tess is gonna look at Claudia and go. And they said that one of us was a prospect.
Do you speak Sylvan?
Oh wait, no, sorry, I don't. I apologize.
I was
I didn't
just
mean
so
metagame.
surprised. So you
Sorry,
don't say
I
that.
forgot. Nope, I didn't.
Does
Rewind.
Claudia get the
Apologies.
sense that Thomas understood or even heard?
100%. When
She
he
doesn't
says recruit,
bring it
he
up.
like looks at you.
She doesn't say anything.
How badly does Thomas still
Oh.
look?
Hi. 19 out
I
of
do.
like, he looks like he's able to walk, but he looks like someone who's basically brought back from.
Ellen takes a deep breath in through her teeth and then lifts her hand. Eyes glow white for just a second, and she gives him 3 hit points back with celestial healing hands.
We don't have a luxury to wait
Ooh.
here. I'm pretty sure they're still around. Can I
Please.
perception check to see if they're still watching us?
Yeah, go ahead, roll perception.
If I can hear or see anything.
Thomas, a
Oof,
territory?
terrible.
Need to move.
Or the less fine distance?
Then we go now.
Don't gotta tell me twice. Let's go.
I know it wasn't much, but it's what I have at the
Something.
moment.
Hey, take anything I can get right now. Right now, I'd love a bed to lay down on.
Jericho will look at Claudia and he'll go, give him that healing potion.
Sure. She hands it over.
You have 2?
I have 1.
Yeah, so he's trying to
Yeah,
get
you
you to
gave it
use the
already.
one you've already used. He just doesn't know.
Oh, I've already healed him.
Uh,
This is the potion I do have is that's life or death right now. He's off the brink. We'll get somewhere safe and then we'll talk.
Did my little hop up work?
Yes.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Where's the
Sweet.
closest
Alright,
bed
let's
for
go.
you?
He's not that drinkable.
Yeah, right.
Where's the
Just
closest bed
mainline
for
that
you?
Shit.
Woods aren't safe.
All right, let's go.
Shelby, you lead the way.
Shelby looks at you. And
Cigarette
then
in the-
Thomas says, "You know where Endswatch is?"
Do we?
Never heard of
Endswatch,
it.
It is a structure. It is basically the ranger station.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
where the
there-
mayor.
yes.
Is that
we
where
know where that
Endsmeet
Nope.
is? Yeah. Okay.
The
Oh, it's a
mayor's
different-
is in Fortuna.
Oh, that's
He's
where
in
my
the
other
outpost.
halfling
It's
friend
near.
is.
It's
Nora?
where.
That's the outpost.
It's different.
Endswatch is the
Okay.
ranger station. It is different.
Alright,
Okay.
lead the way.
The jackal form of Shelby marches off. And it is a long night. The following Shelby is difficult to hike. And as you guys are hiking in the middle of the night, dark, 100.
Dibs.
I'm going to say per pen.
Oh.
boy.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It was like, I
no.
just hope no one rolls a 31, and then I immediately did.
Unfortunately, that was the only light cast I get. I get it once per day, so that was it. So once
Okay,
that
so you're
hour
relying on the people who can see.
So
Don't
once
worry,
I mean I have
Tess,
dark
I'll
vision.
start
but-
working on something for you.
Well, she's
like-
got the spoon.
I have the spoon. It only lasts 5 feet. Like I can't see shit, man, and all my stuff is range.
Yeah.
Or maybe
I got
it is.
you. I'll start working on something tonight. I got a
I'm
question,
not
Echo.
used to not having dark vision.
Dude, has
Echo,
a question,
since
Echo.
we technically haven't leveled up to 3, even though we did, I can change out a cantrip at 3rd level. So can I change out a cantrip when we take our long rest, technically?
Cool. Tess, I got you. I'll work on something tonight. Thought you liked my spoon, but I'll get something better.
I love your spoon. I love your spoon. I couldn't have seen anything without
Throw
your
it.
spoon.
Throw it next time. Just throw it at what you want.
As you're break away on the, there is the sounds of water. They flow low. Rocks of the rocks are split in such a way, and the tree around it is beautiful. It's not decorated the way a dryad might. And as dark night follows it, I need S.
Okay.
And you don't know what this means, but you all see that in the moon, above the moon waters, it is swirling colors of switching from full moon to all the phases in it, almost as a light circle. The water is perfectly still where everywhere else the spring flows.
Can I throw a rock into it?
Fuck your
Yes,
religious
you
site.
can.
Jericho doesn't know. He thinks it's really weird, so he picks up a rock and he splashes into the water where the moon's reflected.
Roll me a intelligence save.
Oh no.
Hi.
That's what you get for
Not
fucking
this
with the
one.
moon water. Oh, it's not bad.
Oh, that's okay.
You take 3 points of psychic damage as it feels as though something strikes you.
Ugh. I turn around and look, and just anything there?
You okay?
Feel like I got hit.
Probably shouldn't mess with
Yes.
magic waters.
What
Because
is
it's
this place?
clearly not real.
I mean, there's something here.
Definitely something. Don't know what. We should probably be polite.
Tess is gonna kneel down and kind of sift her fingers through the water.
Okay. Water is cool. Feels refreshing. As you do, feel the waters kind of creep up onto your hand. It feels clean and fresh, and you feel more alert as you do.
Jericho's gonna walk out into the water and try to go towards the reflection.
You're gonna get into the water?
That's where I am.
Jericho, we don't know what this place is.
Roll me a D. Well, I'd say a D2, but roll me a D4.
I can roll a d2.
Okay. The moment you step through the waters, showing water is back and step into. Hold still. You do.
I continue out to the reflection.
Soon, it's not that far, as the spring is not that wide, and before you know it, you're standing in the middle of the reflection where the water is still. You are in the center of the dark circle, reflecting. But the thing, look up at the full moon. It.
Do we all see these changes in the water?
Yeah. It no longer,
Okay.
the reflection is no longer changing, and it looks as though Jericho standing in the dark.
Thomas, what is this place?
You hear in the back of your mind, Jericho.
I just think to myself, what is this?
you hear a voice that sounds
He's gonna leave.
okay, you step up out of the spring. As soon as you do, the reflections return, whirling. You move.
Did Thomas answer me?
Thomas is just.
You haven't been here before?
Big forest. Like, biggest forest. Oh, I've never been here.
Oh, when I get back, I'm just gonna tell the group. Someone called me an ignorant child.
Oh, that was probably me.
No, it was
Not too
in my
wrong.
head.
Oh.
No,
I
you were
just
telepathic
look at
then.
Artie and just give him this like glare.
So let me kind of explain, right? Once people kind of mature socially, they start to develop this thing called a conscience. Okay? And it speaks to you. It might be in a different voice, it might be in your own voice, but
I'm
that's
not
just
Noah
an
just starts
idiot.
fucking cackling.
okay.
You
As
have-
I am taking a water skin and filling it up with the water from this spring.
roll me a
Hey,
d2.
Artie,
I kick him in.
D
Oh,
what?
okay.
Punched over and you just boot him in the butt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me,
Okay. I don't know how to do that, but I'll roll a D.
but I will grant you an inspiration for that because fucking.
It was really
I will take it.
You can roll to roll any number you
Okay.
want. You just type /R space D and whatever number you want.
Okay, as you are cast into the spring by. You emerge from the waters sputtering and you realize you are sitting in the middle of a white full moon. And as you look around and you look up at your party, you hear in the back of your mind. Fun.
Why, thank you. I appreciate it. I say this all out loud.
It's a pleasure to see someone.
Yeah. Right?
Why
Who
the
am I
fuck
speaking
does
to,
he?
by the way?
Why does it sound like he's having a good conversation?
You, I know.
Nice to meet you, Luminous. My name is Artie Guttersnipe.
When he says that out loud, can I do like a history or a religion to know?
A religion would be what.
Okay.
same. Can I also, or did I fail my
Anybody
religion
who
check
hears
already?
him say, "Oh, Luminous," yeah, you can all roll religion.
I doubt that Claudia would have any idea who that is.
I mean, not true. We've housed a lot of guests, so it could have any number of conversation could have happened.
Velen,
Artie has
you're
no clue.
pretty sure Luminous is goddess of the moon.
Makes sense.
Tess, Luminous is the goddess of the full moon. You know her to be good-spirited and the sort to enjoy a joke. So, in your head, Artie, you hear,
Likewise. I hope we're not interrupting anything. Oh, well, you got a nice little thing going on here. I like the little, the moon change. It's a nice touch. Classy.
God.
Mm-hmm.
nature. I hope you.
Not really. If I'm being honest with you, kind of just stumbled up in here. So if we're disrespecting anything, let me know. We'll
Artie, what did she say?
be on our
You?
way. She's asking if we need help with anything.
She?
You're not gonna ask if we can have a safe place to rest?
Oh, that's a good idea. So, me and my friends are kind of in a rough spot. Is it safe over here?
Real
We're
quick,
getting attacked.
Artie, what is your alignment?
Oh,
My
God.
alignment is straight neutral.
True neutral.
She looks at you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Neutral good. Neutral good.
Okay. She says, Haven,
Wait. Ask her about the
as
guy.
soon as she says that in your mind, Artie,
Mhm.
a white, round emanates out to 50 feet radius. You around. Spring still shows the reflection of the full moon. The atmosphere smells of air. It smells of the winter, not freezing. comfortable.
Nice.
Anything outside of the sphere you can see perfectly. You can see the trees, but wildlife begins to return as if...
That's lovely.
Nice. Thank you, Luminous. You know, that was a really nice thing. And, you know, when you run into new people, you're not too sure of what they're going to do. So I appreciate the hospitality.
Wait, Artie. I'm sorry for kicking you in the water, but ask her
Yeah.
about the guy.
What guy?
What are you talking about?
Luminous, it was a pleasure. We're going to take our rest now.
Yes.
As I side-eye him. You know what? You as well. I hope you get some good praises tonight. Maybe I'll even see if I say one for you. You know,
I'll give
I
you a
got
gold, Artie,
my
please.
one main chick
What
that
do
I
you-
kind of follow, but you know, you're good people.
What do you want to ask?
And then, as you're about to get out of the water, she says,
Will do.
There's a snake in my boot.
Will do. Appreciate that.
"You emerge."
You know what I'm gonna do for you, Luminous? Next time I'm in town and I meet somebody that I think will be up your alley, I'm gonna point them in your direction. I already got my own, and I'm kind of monogamous, but you know, I'll spread the word.
Monogamous.
Everyone's up my...
Bazinga?
Thank you.
Not a problem. My pleasure. I'm gonna go rest because I got beat up a little bit before. Werewolf, you know.
Werewolves.
What
You as
can
well.
you do?
And I'm gonna go out of the water.
It stays... reflection.
Guys, I think got a safe place for the night. Luminous, quite the hospitable god, if I may say so myself.
This is the most
Well
any
done,
divine
Artie.
entity has ever done for me.
2 thumbs up.
I hate you, but I understand.
What
I
is
ignore
your
him.
deal?
When-
Like, what were you trying to get him to say?
He talked to a woman, I talked to a man. I don't understand. I wanted to know, but I suppose...
Gender is so fluid. How can you even tell?
That's with that 19 on religion. You would know
Mhm.
Luminous' brother, Astros, out of... That's what you...
I ignore her gender fluid statement.
Can we rest here then? Is it safe?
Yeah, she kind of, I'm assuming, kind of gave us a
I
little
think
bubble of protection.
There are few places safer than in the favor of one of the gods.
Yeah, good
It's true.
god. I'll give it a thumbs up.
When they
Uh.
feel like helping.
Just gotta ask nice sometimes.
By the way, did she say
Yeah,
the
sometimes
brother
you ask
out
night.
loud?
Well, never mind.
No, she didn't.
Okay, sorry. No, I meant Tess.
Claudia. Yeah?
What about
Never
me?
mind, go ahead.
Claudia, you know that my god does things for you all the time. How do you think you were so stealthy today? You asked for a blessing, remember?
That was you.
No, that was Jamino.
Only because you asked.
That's the thing about
You
gods.
could
They
ask-
tend to work through instruments. They don't do shit if you don't ask. Sometimes they still don't do shit.
I don't think it's
But-
right that they only help if you ask.
Well, how are they supposed to know that you need help if you don't ask? I mean,
Dear
miss
God,
100%
I
of the-
imagine.
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Just saying.
Meanwhile,
Knowledge is a funny thing.
Thomas sits down in the grass. Oh, this is much squid.
Mhm.
Laying back.
It smells so nice here.
Can Claudia go to the edge of the orb and try to perceive out beyond? She's
You
looking
can
to see
see
if they've been
clearly,
followed.
yeah.
Exactly. She wants to see if they've been followed by Moonies,
Full perception.
who can't see them anymore. Because the wildlife has come back. Shit!
Anything.
She gives up and comes back to the group.
I
I'm
wonder why
going
the
to.
winter smell.
Sometimes it's best just to embrace the gift you get, enjoy it, and just go with the flow. I'm gonna
Need
go in my
more
bag of holding, and I'm gonna
parchment.
take out the box of the stuff that Tess gave me. I'm gonna take out some of my clothes, and I'm gonna make like a little makeshift bed in this box.
Like a cat
Okay.
curl up in the box.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
cat,
kick
adorable.
off, get comfortable, and I'm just gonna kick my feet up.
Are we doing a long rest in here?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
then Song of Rest will not help us. That was
So right before the long rest starts,
I imagine
Jericho
Jericho
is-
watches.
Yes.
well, everybody's gonna be awake when this happens. Like right before we sit down to sleep or whatever, I'm gonna use another thing of rage. Except this time he grows a tail. This dark red, almost crimson colored, long, poofy tail.
Jericho,
Uh,
what the fuck?
Thomas looks at you and says, "Hey, did you get bit?"
No.
I end my rage and it disappears, and
He didn't
no.
get bit.
You're sure about that?
Yeah.
Because if you did and
Earlier,
you go
my-
feral, that's a problem.
Well, in the fight with the werewolf, my mouth did kind of a similar thing. I don't know.
Were you bitten, Jericho?
No. And he just takes his shirt off. He's like, I don't have bites anywhere.
Thomas is like leaning up on the grass. Turn in the middle of the night and suppose if there's
I
a turn
can-
anywhere, this would be the safest place.
I can solve this. She's gonna reach into her bag, pull out a silver coin, and touch it to his skin.
Smart.
Give me a con save, jerk.
It's gonna be like on his like pec muscle. Over his heart.
Yeah. Where the silver coin touched, small red well.
She drops the coin immediately, backs away. That's never happened before.
Well, you're not bleeding. That's
Are you-
unusual.
I'm gonna pull out my book.
Jericho, what's happening?
I'm gonna pull out my book and start reading and like trying to research for by moonlight. I'm gonna start trying to research for ways that the werewolf curse, the lycanthropy curse, can manifest without a bite.
Okay. Roll me history at advantage as you search for this.
Okay.
Actually, you're specifically roll investigation or history.
History's better. So, wait, it's
Four.
well, it would be better if I had my sheet. So I'm just gonna say what it would be on my sheet.
Okay.
We
On
really
my
need
sheet,
to update our sheets.
yeah, on my sheet it's +3. On here it's +2, so it's just gonna be one higher.
Oh!
Unnatural fucking
So
20!
that's a 23.
23.
Oh my god.
I love this fucking book.
Like, so worth it.
There are two ways to contract lycanthropy without being. First one,
Okay, I'm probably not
Choose
a
to
witch
become-
spell.
the other, a hair. You can inherit lycanthropy from a parent's parents.
All right, so wish magic, so powerful magic. If you choose to become a werewolf, you could choose to become a werewolf. I don't know if you've chosen to become a
I most
werewolf. That
certainly have
seems-
not.
Or by heritage, if one of your parents or both of your parents is a werewolf, you can inherit the symptoms of the curse. You're already a shifter, so I suppose it's possible, but then Claudia ought to be manifesting it also.
I pick up the
Does it say
coin and
anything in
push
there
it to
about
her
when it
forehead.
You put it on my forehead? You
Sure
dick?
do.
With your bare hand?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. So it's burning me as I push it against your forehead.
Kind of a sting. It doesn't like hurt, but your fingers, they get a little red.
Mhm.
Claudia, your forehead? What happens?
And
She
I just-
snatches the coin away from him.
Oh, that kind of hurts.
It didn't hurt me.
What did you say, Tess?
I was just curious if it was inherited when that would be manifesting. Like, is that something that would happen when you're like a little kid, or would it happen around puberty?
Jericho's 2 years older than me.
Is it even possible that it wouldn't have manifested until now?
Is there anything about that in the book?
You look in the book, and with that natural 20 for a 23, you learn that when lycanthropy is inherited from a parent, it can be very dependent. Additionally, it is entirely reliant on the mechanically their constitution score, how hardy they are to.
So it's very personally dependent on your natural abilities to resist the curse. So it's hard to say when exactly it would manifest. She just hears that.
Are you saying that it's happening now?
You know.
Like,
But it seems like the symptoms are showing. Doesn't it?
Yes.
I looked at Thomas and what do I do?
Nothing you can do. You've inherited it. You won't be a feral.
Thomas, were you born this way?
No. I certainly was. I was turned 30 years ago.
How old are you now?
That's rude, remember?
52.
Bit personal.
Does he look 52?
He's half elf.
He's a half elf. You don't know.
He looks
Wow.
mid-30s.
Wow. Our dad, I don't remember him too well, but he had traits like we do.
I think he might have more. If
I don't
not,
know.
maybe it's just, weather, pollen, all sorts of things can cause these sorts of actually lycanthropy. Have you had an encounter with a werewolf recently?
Yes?
About an hour ago.
Thomas, I stabbed you in the butt like an hour ago with
I
a
didn't
syringe.
mean with me.
You're like
We fought at least
He-
one.
we found a
I
werewolf.
meant where
Hey.
blood was in the air, where adrenaline was flowing, an encounter with a werewolf.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He
we
never
killed one.
touched me though.
We killed one.
A curse. Sticky. If you're near a werewolf or any other lycanthropy, adrenaline gets around. You're not necessarily full. Weird things can happen, especially during.
I'll chalk it up to that then.
Thanks, Luminous.
Yeah. Claudia's gonna start taking off her armor to rest, but she looks very troubled.
Jericho will plop down on the ground next to her and just contemplate being.
Belen is going to try to remember any songs that she knows that are about the moon, or about being under the moonlight, or about just like anything that is
When the
moon
moon
related.
hits your eye like no.
Hey, guys.
And if she can come up with one that she thinks sounds mellow or sweet, she's going to play it on her panpipes.
What performance?
Dancing in the
for-
moonlight.
For Lumina.
Memory, all alone in the moonlight.
Okay, that's actually a 12,
Ugh.
but it's not great.
You're not remembering much.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the pressure of the audience.
It's suddenly
There's a bad moon on the rise.
don't
Maybe
go out
play
tonight. There's a
something
bathroom
different.
on the right.
I wanted
No.
to tinker something. Echo.
What would you like to tinker?
I was going to take some of my scrap metal and my file and the fishing line, and pretty much what I wanted to make is the things that they put over cribs with I wanted to make a full moon and a couple little stars hanging on fishing lines.
Like a diorama.
Yes, that thing.
Okay.
And I wanted to do my magical tinkering to make the moon light up.
Okay.
Nice.
Did Artie have no thoughts or opinions on the conversation that just happened?
He was
I was-
busy.
I was busy doing stuff,
That's fair.
Go ahead and roll me a tinkering check.
It's
Intelligence
intelligence.
plus proficiency.
Gotcha. Ooh, 10.
You get the basics down. but it's going to require more work. You don't break anything. You don't complete the project.
I'll spend some more time doing it then.
May I have Tess bow her head to try to pray to Luminous, just to talk to her real quick?
You can certainly try. Your bubble of her creation. Hey.
She's gonna say, "Thank you for your protection. Would you like to hear a joke?"
Roll me a religion check.
I love that.
No. Roll me a wisdom.
Knock knock.
What now?
Wisdom plus
Okay.
the spell attack.
So I'll just do like a spell attack.
You hear.
When is the moon the heaviest?
When?
When it's full.
God. Jesus
Uh,
Christ.
I like your sense of humor.
You kind of get the warm feeling of laughter. I don't think you'd get a blessing or anything like that. You get the feeling of gratitude.
She will ask while she still has her real quick. She'll say, "Do you want anything? An offering? Something?" Okay.
Here.
No, I've never been to a restaurant on the moon.
Oh no.
Can I tell that one to Mike?
Oh.
Thank you.
The conversation ends. Rest for.
Yeah, that's Tess just wanted to say thank you in her way.
You okay, Simic?
Psychic
Just
damage.
a little bit. Just yeah. Just.
On that
Goodness.
note, it's a good moment to pause. We've 2 hours. We're gonna go. Matt, go to the restroom.
Pee. Dibs. Bathroom first.
We can go at the same time.
No, we can't. There's one bathroom.
Oh.
Well, I don't want to go upstairs.
Okay. All right. Hey, no, this is Amaranth. A lot more interaction with it.
That what the 31 got us?
The
There's gonna
31
be
got
even
you
more.
the 31 got you a religious shrine. Then I
You're
rolled to
welcome.
see what kind it was. The moon god. A
Nice.
garish
How
moon.
fitting.
I know, right? It's like the dice understand.
Alright, I'm gonna
Um,
take as much time as I can to finish this little thing as a token of thanks.
Okay.
oh, cute. I
With
love
that
it.
roll of a 10, it's going to take you another hour and a half to.
Gotcha. I gotta make sure it's filed down, nice and smooth, get the right shapes.
You're basically sacrificing a watch to make it.
Yep, that's fine with me.
Hot.
I'm gonna like step away from the call for a second because I got Discord downloaded, then it has noise suppression, so I'll rejoin in just a second. I don't
Go
know
ahead,
if it
we're
would be
taking a
useful.
break.
Hopefully I can rejoin.
It's been good ever since I brought it up, by the way.
Okay, good. That's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hot.
Are you having fun, Dooch?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I love Artie.
You got your ass kicked into a pond and made friends with a god.
Yeah.
It,
Just
This
go with the
motherfucker
flow.
straight ignored me.
Yeah, don't kick people.
I mean, he's having
You
a
kicked him
conversation
into a
with
pond.
a god, and you kicked him.
Yeah.
One day you'll learn. Kindness will take you a long way. It might take a while, but you'll learn eventually.
I don't think he will.
They were not raised with kindness.
Not even remotely close.
It's not a
Neither was
language they
Artie.
speak. It's true.
If they spit in my mouth for water, that would be the kindest thing ever.
You'll hear about Artie's backstory eventually.
Fair.
Dude.
How old is Artie?
Like 30. He hasn't counted. He doesn't know exactly when he was born.
Ah, I see.
30-ish.
Dude, in Echo's Friday game, I'm playing a gnome from the same place as Artie.
Ooh.
With a very similar background, except she's not an artificer.
Yeah, nice.
And I'm really excited about it.
Were you talking about switching out your cantrip so you could take light?
Dancing light.
Dancing lights, okay.
I
I am
really
very
have many. Actually, I do. I was gonna say I don't have many concentration spells. Caustic Brew is the only one, and that's like my main. Okay, let me see what I can do. I can take light actually instead of dancing light.
I mean, I was thinking about I don't get another cantrip until next level. I really want to take thaumaturgy because it's just so like variant, and I've never had it before.
It's
But
good.
also, I also hate not being able to see anything, and
Humans.
I want to be useful.
I will
Like, I
cover
feel like-
for a level, but at 4 I need to switch back to something.
Yeah, that's legit. That's legit. Can you make goggles of night with your magical tinkering?
Goodbye, some.
I could, yeah.
Tried to
Not for a while.
create them, but I would be. I can't. No, I can't.
We
even.
could
I already
also,
picked-
yeah, we could
picked my
ask
infusions
what's
already.
his face at the
Lizard man.
yeah, the cool lizard guy. I've totally spaced on his name right now.
Ezek.
Nezek,
Nezek.
thank you.
It's probably going to be
Argoni.
really.
We don't have your camera up yet, so it's just like this disembodied voice booming into the chat. Like,
It's probably going to be really expensive though. Like, I
Eh.
want thaumaturgy really, really bad, but it might be
Well-
better to just take light.
We can always. Well, Sao has light, so if we start playing,
I have
it a
light
little
once
better.
a day.
Once
Oh,
a
do you?
day. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a spell that I have. It's a
It's an
cantrip that I
Aasimar
have because
trait.
I'm an Aasimar. So
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thought
I
can't.
feel like a
stand
really
light.
terrible cleric because it would have been so easy to heal him if I could have just seen him. I could have cast Healing Word, but
you're not. You're
You
not
gave me a
terrible cleric
nice
just
little
because-
RP moment, so I'm okay
Yeah.
with it. I got to go save him. I got to
Yeah,
ask
that's
your
true.
god for help, and it brought up that conversation.
it worked out. I think it's just like I think
There are
me-
other solutions to these problems, and they will be
True.
fun to find.
That's true.
Debating
You
that
don't
one.
always have to take the spell that's optimal.
debating if I should drop Nah, I think I need Magic Stone, but it's economy-wise, it's not good because I need my bonus action. But
You're all good. Yeah, I
So,
think
this food is delicious, by the way.
Yeah.
The meat is amazing.
what do I take?
That's,
What do
I mean, it was a gobble box, so let's not toot
They're
my horn.
scarlet and delicious.
I'm gobbling
No.
it.
I will
Yeah.
take the light cantrip.
thank you.
I'm
I
gonna
will
drop
take it at 4.
Ray of Frost for now. Drop, yeah. Oh, and what I want to do with that little thing is if there's a tree kind of overhanging the water, I want to hang it so it's like right on the edge.
Okay.
Oh, and Tess, don't forget you have magic resistant advantage on magic saving throws. I'm just gonna remind you once
Yes.
a session.
I appreciate it. I figured out a way to put a resistance of damage from spells, which is like not exactly what it is, but it at least reminds me.
Yeah. I only remember because I have it as a gnome right under my thing, so whenever I see it, I'm just gonna remind you.
So thank you for that leaf, man. I'm so stoked.
It worked. It could have, as Echo said, it could have sat there for half the campaign until I remembered it.
Yep.
But I also hawk my inventory all the time.
Jalapeno poppers are so fucking delicious.
As his sinus.
Is that why your nose is
are
running?
just-
Yeah.
It's so good, guys.
Dude, we went to a Korean place for lunch today. I got bibimbap, and they had this
Oh my
like
God,
spicy
so
Korean
good.
sauce that I stacked in there. That shit was delicious.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
guacamole.
Has
Was
anybody
it
ever
hot?
had bayo
very hot.
buns?
I
See?
haven't.
See, Echo?
Oh, they're so
Simic, I
good.
like hot. I like
They're
spicy
so
food
they're so good.
Oh, why do
I
you
had
give
them
me
at
shit
a,
all the time for it then?
because I don't make every food I eat spicy.
I don't make every food I eat spicy, just a lot of them.
There's some bayo buns that you can get at the ramen place, but when we go to the ramen place, we always just get sushi there because
So
their sushi is so good.
Oh yeah.
They have a bayo bun that's almost like they make it into like a taco form, and it has pork belly and like carrots and pickles and stuff. Oh, it's the greatest thing I've ever had.
This sounds delicious.
Oh, it's phenomenal. By the way, when I look back on my notes later, it's gonna be great. Met Luminous, very nice god.
It is.
I took a gel pen from work, and now I'm having so much fun writing notes.
Artie,
Yeah, their god's an asshole. Just saying.
as you build mobile, you're hanging it from an overhanging tree. As the full moon is still shining, you're looking down at it as you're hanging. As you're climbing down, the branch you're holding onto suddenly bends. You feel like a branch slap against your neck right here.
Mm-hmm.
Feel an odd kind of burning.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Price you pay.
Maybe she just gave you a little kiss.
Are
Oblivious.
you about to
to it.
bet a god? That'd be great.
Look
Sorry,
at the
Shelby.
moon, look at the moon, give a little wink.
Shelby ain't got nothing on this bitch.
You don't talk about Shelby like that.
My girlfriend turned into the moon.
That's rough.
Did
Buddy.
Alright,
anybody see that
Avatar.
happen, do you think? Did anybody see that happen to you?
Try
Try that.
I'll
Can we
roll
just roll
for it.
perceptions?
Yeah, you can roll.
Tess has her crazy passive perception. She would have been.
Oh yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
Jericho, Claudia. They test with your passive. Yeah, you watch this branch basically like swat. Oh, Velen, you for sure see.
Everybody but Artie notices.
Well,
He just
you
like,
wouldn't
"Oh,
see
shit."
because it's underneath your for the pit. There is.
Ooh.
Here.
She did give you a little kiss.
Got a hickey now.
You have been in exchange for your. You have received. In guidance.
Nice.
Damn, everybody's getting favors of the gods. And
You got a
Claudia's over
little,
here like, I don't trust them.
You got a little, never mind, I'll figure it out.
Does this hurt? And I poke it.
Artie, I
Oh,
thought you were
almost.
monogamous.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
you
a moon.
What do you mean?
You have a moon where I poked.
On my neck?
Yeah.
Is it like my tattoo?
No, it's perfectly round,
Oh.
white, and they're. It's only this big. It's very small.
So it's how
but
the moon blessed me.
with a 23, Velen, that time is passing.
Whoa.
Oh shit!
That's,
I hope Melisandre doesn't notice. She's not gonna believe me if I tell her I was trying
You
to
show
be
up to your
good.
god with a mark of another god, like, babe, it was an accident.
Oh man, I try so hard, and they just throw themselves at me, and I don't know what to do with it.
Almost
Only
hypnotic.
fight-
Watch. It's like shifting.
Is
We're
it?
just gonna,
Oh.
yeah. This
That's
is
kind
probably
of cool.
like. This is probably like. Just we got to keep you away from any vampires because they're just gonna stare at your neck.
Oh shit!
Is
Another
your
mark.
god going to be mad?
I think she understands. I was just trying to be nice. I'm not gonna worship her or anything.
It's not
she's
like
she's
gods
nice.
don't know that other
As
gods
you look up at
exist.
the offering of your.
It's a thank you note. I'm not gonna go worshiping her for everything, But
it's not like gods don't know that other gods exist. Some of them get along fine with each other. Some of them don't. So if they're not, if your god and Luminos aren't like, it's probably fine. If they don't like each other, then it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
I don't really know, but I think she would want me to be nice when somebody does a kind thing for you. So I was just trying to repay a favor. It's the bare minimum you could do.
I think that it was very courteous of you to make an offering, and I'm glad that you did. I tried to, but I just wasn't. I just couldn't get the fingering right.
Should we? Okay.
So
Should we just take watches instead of
Yeah.
talking about fingering?
for watch, I'll
Sure.
take one with Claudia.
Sure.
Go
I
ahead
would
and switch to
take
camp roll.
first technically and not watch.
Because you were busy
Yeah.
making stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
he
sense.
he sacrificed his watch.
Yeah.
Good thing we have 2 werewolves with us. Or werebeasts, anyways.
A werejackal
Second watch?
and a werewolf. Sure, we'll do
Second
second watch.
Second watch.
Thomas, from his prone position, says, I think it's best if I. If
Yeah,
that's
you
all
should
right."
sleep.
To
It's
rest.
understandable.
That's fine.
Shelby is back to being in. Yeah, I'll help.
Maybe
Shelby should be on
Oh.
first watch.
I was gonna say that maybe you should he's not really paying attention, so
Nope. Yep. I'm trying to make some light stuff for our friend Tess over here, so she can see.
Gideon takes third watch. Ask which watch.
Is there a watch that I can take by myself?
Nope.
You can ask
Unless-
Gideon to take.
Yeah.
No, there is. You can take fourth watch.
I'll take fourth watch by myself.
As the sun rises.
No, I was muted the whole time I was talking, but whatever.
Oh,
you figured out
God.
What I was saying.
Okay, Shelby and Artie, you're taking first watch. Artie, you sacrifice your skill as you. She kind of wanders around the perimeter. Radius steps over this.
Don't worry about it. We got help tonight.
She rolls well.
Shelby kind of looks over at you and she says, I haven't lived this long in these by not worrying. I
Touche.
respect you're new around here, but watch your toes.
He looks down immediately.
Got it.
Roll me a D100, Artie.
Yes. 68, baby. Let's go.
69.
Nope.
Interesting.
The raccoon found its way to us.
Yes!
No.
Gideon's not here to scare it away. Damn.
Your watch passes without incident. Shelby. Hey, you're up.
I'm gonna say to Shelby, sometimes you just gotta have a little faith.
He just kind of looks at
Yeah, me too. I have to offer at least. Would you like to take the box? I'll go sleep somewhere else. It's comfy. It's got like a blanket and it's comfortable. Yes, I am. I'm trying to be nice here. Chivalry is not. Okay, good. I didn't want to give it up. And then Starbucks.
I was hoping you'd say no.
Scrolls up and... Okay, Jericho and Claudia.
All right, so I'm gonna do something with Claudia, and after we're done, you can tell me if it sacrifices our watch or not. So as we're sitting there, I'm just gonna look over to Claudia, and so I may have spoken to God, Valkane.
Apparently that's catching recently. She's from where she's sitting. She's taking pebbles and throwing them through the dome that seems to be shimmering around them. Just watching them go out of bounds.
And I was thinking maybe it's a good idea for you to try as well
What? Try what?
to speak with him.
Is that why you're changing?
So, but
Are you changing because you talked to him?
no, I really don't think so.
You don't think that suddenly everything's different and you just happen to talk to that god recently?
Think that he would make me a werewolf for no reason. He
I
is
don't
the
think
god
he's
of our
making
kind
you.
as well.
I don't think he's making you anything.
It's from our parents. It's gonna happen eventually, whether now or 10 years from now.
Do you feel like you're in control?
I do.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check.
12.
Maybe? It's hard to tell.
You don't think he'll turn feral?
No.
You believe that?
Yeah.
So I shouldn't be worried.
I think so.
Will you be like... And her eyes coast to where Shelby and Thomas are sleeping.
Possible. Definitely don't feel like it'll hurt anybody.
I don't think you would on purpose. What do you think I'll get out of talking to this guy?
Answers?
What are the questions?
Confirmations? That's for you, I don't know. You spent a long time in our situation without help. Maybe start there.
What was he like?
Intimidating. But he seemed like he cared for his own.
Like we do? Like
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah, like that. Like I care for you, and I'll watch over you until I can't any longer.
How did you talk to him?
And I sit down in front of her and I put my hands out to, wrap them around hers, and I tell her, just close your eyes and reach out and say his name in your head or out loud. I don't think it matters.
Valkyne?
Valkeen.
Okay.
And I am trying to assist her to reach out to Valkeen. I don't know if you do advantage on that or not, but that is what's happening here.
Fortunately, because you weren't.
Right.
But you can still roll for it. Claudia. Tempting to out.
It's him. It's Artie.
Go ahead and roll. What is higher? Wisdom or charisma?
Charisma. Wait. No, sorry, wisdom.
Roll a wisdom plus.
That will be my survival. Claudia will look. She's holding Jericho's hands in hers, and she starts by looking up at the full moon. And she knows that's Luminos's territory, but she knows that has instinctively some sway on shifter nature as it changes and they change. And she'll draw her gaze back down to look across from Jericho, at his face, and his one particular eye. And then her eyes will drift down to the welt on his chest that she left there in the shape of a silver coin. And she'll take a deep breath and she'll shut her eyes. And she'll think to herself, Valkeen, I hear you take care of your own. Am I worthy? And I'm gonna roll.
Survival.
Okay. What happens? Not
Pet's
anyone.
face.
Bring water all the way. Feel as though massive high grass reaches up. Motion ahead of you surprises you. You look down, not to see bears, clearing with high trees, black and distant. Beautiful, pale woman, platinum hair. She looks at you, eyes silver. She, like, not approaches you, raises her. You feel and as quickly
She blinks.
Well,
I couldn't reach him. But it's not because he didn't want to reach me. This just isn't the place for it. I'll try again, but I want to have a conversation with him now.
that's good. What happened? Did you just hear nothing, or?
No. She looks at the dome surrounding them. This just isn't the place. This is Luminos's domain, apparently, and kind of rude of me to try to call someone while she is helping us.
I
But I don't think
suppose
she
I
was
didn't
offended.
think about that.
How about when we get home? We'll sit together and we'll try again.
Alright. Sounds good.
Are you scared?
Maybe a little.
Do you feel like you're going in the right direction?
I don't know. And he just kind of bites his lip, and I don't know what direction I'm going. I feel like I'm just standing still.
Do you think Valkeen can lead us home?
That's what I hope for.
Do you think the Moonies follow Valkeen?
I've never thought about it actually, but
Do you think he disapproves of what they do?
I think he might.
Do you think he's on their side and not ours?
Not even remotely.
I think we should ask.
Before Shelby told us that her friend was taken, I talked to him, and he told me that we weren't the ones in trouble, and that's when she showed up. I don't think he would have warned me if he wasn't on my side.
Maybe not. I think I misspoke when I said our side. I meant with the shine.
Oh,
If he's the god of were creatures, or one of them, wouldn't he be on the side of the ones that believe that they're better? Or maybe he's neutral and he thinks that his children are fighting.
could be. I didn't put that much thought into it, honestly.
You're gonna talk to him and you're not gonna think about things like that.
I had other things on my mind before. Definitely
Well-
something that I will think about now.
What were you thinking about when he talked to you?
Just getting us through whatever the Moonies are up to. Keeping us safe and make sure we all leave together.
Just want to know if I need to. Maybe that's a good angle to approach him at. It worked for you.
Just be honest with yourself when you talk to him, and I think you'll be alright.
Are you gonna follow him now?
Not yet.
Okay.
Blind faith is not something I put my hands in. You should know that.
I do, but there's things about you I don't know anymore, so I just thought I'd ask.
I'm still the same person now. Don't you go worrying, and I'll pat her on the head.
You didn't have a tail before.
Well, you can use it as a pillow, so.
It's weird.
Uh,
I'll just use the rest of you as a pillow. And she like pushes him down and cuddles up next to him.
okay. Does that eat our watch, or?
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get a perception.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but I'm
Especially
fine with
because
it.
you're cuddling now instead of watching.
I'll use.
Oh, we all die.
Fine.
guys.
Luminos is looking out for us.
Hopefully.
Or
I-
is it-
Right.
I honestly didn't even think about the bubble and being in her territory. Like me as a person didn't.
I was gonna say something, but I was asleep.
If I didn't think about it, you know damn sure Jericho wasn't gonna think about it.
Gideon and Velen. Your watch. Gideon will aid you in making. He's particularly quiet tonight.
Just looking for raccoons to scare.
I might try to make Hellfrog RP with me later. We'll see.
Oh, that'd be
Ooh,
fun.
do it. Yeah.
I'd read it.
But in the meantime, I'm just gonna roll this bad boy.
Kind of grumps.
Oh boy.
Natural.
That's like the
20's
fourth
out
one
the
tonight.
ass
Roll me a
today,
D100, please.
my kids.
Yeah, will you guys stop rolling natty 20? Like-
No.
Gods can't ignore you if you keep nat 20ing.
Well, that's
I don't
good.
really want the gods to ignore me.
We're gonna be
One-
champions.
It demands attention.
With a
always.
25, 20 on perception, Velen, as you're kind of walking around the circle of this, you're looking into the tree. The hybrid bear. Walk through the trees. It is sniffing. It looks directly at you. See the eyes glaze over you. Continues on. That is the fourth lycanthrope.
Filking who? Luminos is my bitch now.
Yeah.
You see that. Has no perception of you. Doesn't see-
Oof.
The full moon.
God damn.
Blow Luminous a kiss. Then finish my circuit around the moon and then go back to my bedroll.
Means we finally come to Tess.
I will let Tess know that that happened. That Luminous is actively protecting us from lycanthropes that would otherwise be looking right at us.
Makes sense. Yep. Okay. Good. Good. It's a good thing I already left that offering.
Yeah, this
Good thing you kicked
mobile
his ass
kinda
in that pond,
believe-
Jericho.
Say again.
That it's a good thing
Excellent.
Jericho kicked his ass.
No.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Tess is gonna wait until Velen is asleep, and is gonna kind of make a little circuit around everyone and make sure that all of them are asleep. And then she's gonna shape change into Velen, actually.
Oh.
And like, no one will see this, but as soon as she does, like, her whole form, her new form that looks very much like Velen's form, just kind of like seems to relax, and she breathes out this like deep sigh of relief, and then kind of like looks up at the moon and is like, I don't know how all these creatures maintain one form at a time. And she's gonna walk around the dome as Velen and make her watch.
Give me a D.
First one in the 40 so far.
I have to know if I rolled a D100.
The 14?
She's gonna stay I think actually, honestly, it's been a long time. I think she's gonna stay as Velen for like an hour, and then is gonna cycle through the rest of the party. Um, just probably pretty fast, like 10, 20 minutes. Just kind of like stretching out the limbs and rolling the head around and just kind of, especially like Artie, kind of like standing on things and coming out of things and kind of like enjoying being short for a while. And we'll definitely shift back into you know well before.
Okay. Roll me a...
Ooh, that way.
As you finish your watch, suns are beginning to rise. Sit down. Up to Shelby. Whenever eyebrows is...
I don't like to advertise it.
Kind of shrugs. Back and starts doing on action. But all the while, she's kind of watching you.
Any chance you won't tell them?
She kind of shrugs.
Oh, lover.
He's gonna wife that lady.
Okay,
Luminous has
well,
anything to say about it.
okay, well, just as I said,
Oh.
don't like to advertise.
She like taps the ration against her nose. Great and information.
Okay. I don't know if I know anything you want to know. What do you want to know?
Know everything I...
You want to know about me?
I know. Don't worry. That was fun to watch, though.
It's been a minute, and I'm not used to being one thing, and it gets I get real
Oh, I heard you.
you know, it's hard to be one thing.
I get it.
I thought you might.
She winks at you, and then continues. Probably get everyone up.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's gonna go wake everyone up.
As the suns are rising and vanishes from the sky, spring turns to flow. There is no clearing. A lot of its beauty seems to have gone away. Stones no longer seem to stand out as they pouring. Wouldn't have. You all complete a long rest.
Woo!
2 spells.
That was an insane long rest. So much stuff happened.
Artie, make sure you make a note that you have once per day a guidance.
And first thing I do in the morning, before I put on my boots, I go ahead and look in them.
Or at them.
Yeah, you look in the right one, and
Mhm.
you find 3 mice milling about.
Oh, how cute.
Give her a little wink up at the sky, and go ahead and to the side and take the mice and just...
No, you gotta pay child support now.
No.
They kind of, the mice, as they spill out of the boot, they just kind of zoom off.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
Overhead an owl.
Oh no.
Oh.
It's the circle of life, baby. What do you want me to do?
Melon, you gonna talk this one too?
You're
It'd
muted.
be good for breakfast.
Nah, I
No,
think that
I-
might have
I-
been a gift.
Don't think that I'm going to waste that magic now. No.
Shelby, are we going somewhere now that we're safe?
Town.
Back to town.
Yeah.
Yep.
We need to get out
Where
of
the
these woods
fuck is
before
the
morning.
long rest button on here? I'm sorry. I'm going insane.
On D&D
Utility.
Beyond?
It's utility. No,
Click
she
on your
uses
token.
the built-in one on Foundry.
Oh.
I mean, I know where
On
it
the
is on
heads-up
D&D
display.
Beyond. I see it now.
Shelby says, we need to get out of the woods before MoonClan is out again. Back.
That's fair.
We need to get Thomas some...
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
You know where we are?
Shelby looks at...
Yeah, let's go.
We're in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. I could have told you that actually. That's one thing I am familiar with.
You're a real ranger, Artie. Let's go.
You know. Papa, do you know the way back? I say to Gideon.
Daddy Gideon.
I'm sure he
Gideon
knows.
looks at you.
Perfect
I see.
impression.
I stay close, just like right on his left side.
Okay. You all head back toward Endsmeet. You're a few hours away. You were pretty deep. As you make your way back toward Endsmeet, sound of other people working in milling. Not unfamiliar. Before you know, you emerge from the tree line just near. As you return to Endsmeet, it's about 11 in the morning. The town is busy as it always is. As you're near the Cedarkin Lodge, you see people coming in. You do?
I look at Shelby and Artie.
Shelby
Artie.
and
Thomas.
Thomas wanted to go to the ranger station, right?
Yes.
Thomas nods and says, Endswatch.
Can we come with you?
Und?
We'd like to. I think we're on the same side at this point.
Alright, move in.
Sounds like wisdom.
Shelby and Tom. And Endswatch is this structure. Not
Sorry.
hard to find.
I think I'll meet you all there. I want to go have a talk with Knuckle.
Are you okay alone?
Yeah,
Inside
you can
check.
go with him.
Just checking. Just inside checking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, if
I'm
you're
sorry.
sure.
Anyone who wants to go to Endswatch can. Anyone else wants to go somewhere else? Cool. Alright, so
Yeah, I'll follow.
everyone goes to Endswatch except for Jericho. Which, Jericho, let's jump to what you're doing real quick before we get to the rest of the party.
Okay. So I go down to Fortuna Station. That's where Knuckle is, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I go down there. Actually, what? It's early in the morning, right?
11 in the morning.
Or yeah, okay, I go down there. Is he outside?
At 11 in the morning, he would be. Yeah, he's performing maintenance on his carriages. Approach, see the big old man working, and turns, looks up at the. Jericho.
So you got a second to talk, Knuckle?
Becoming a daily thing.
Well, I'm learning more every day that I would have been fine not knowing. So
This is the sort of thing we need to be out of public eye for.
That would probably be for the best.
All right. He puts the tools down on the gestures to go in.
I go in first.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm starving actually.
And I got chicken stew.
Sure, if you don't mind talking while I eat.
He goes over to a massive cauldron, as always, that is simmering. He ladles out a large helping of chicken stew.
Why do you always have so much stew?
A lot of folk around here can't afford to feed themselves, and notice always has meat in it.
You're a good man.
Like and folk can't always be trusted to keep the teeth to. But it's
And that brings me to why I'm here.
never easy with you, is it? All right, what you need? What happened? Get bit?
No, I think I got it from birth.
All right.
And I don't know if speaking with Valkeen is what set it off. How old did I make my character?
You're
again?
20.
Hold on. Okay, I'm 20. I had to remember.
I remembered because Claudia's 18.
Yep, I'm going on 21 next year.
Well, if you're born blood, it's time to make. Curse takes effect on those. Find yourself
I'm just.
making.
Yeah, that's me. I'm
That
worried
mean-
for. I don't know. She doesn't have the same signs as me, but I'm still worried about her.
You're born with it. Too.
Oh no. When
Yeah.
we.
Answer your. Valkeen doesn't. Makes all our. All his back.
Okay. I guess the next question is not if, now that I know, but when we turn. How is it gonna be my first time turning?
Gonna hurt. Gonna suck. Out of you. First time. Feels like your bone. Out of your. Gonna lose. True test is long again of your own. Now, if you're born blood, so it means
Oh god.
you're not
Okay.
gonna have any memory. Some folks tie themselves up, paint themselves. Dirty trees, feather out. Let transformation go dry, or can be done. Tear it out.
Oh, and it just happens at random. I won't know, or. Oh.
You'll probably have nightmares. Pickle. Try not to spend too much time in mood.
Oh, okay, well,
Spent all last night in the moonlight.
okay.
Kind of speak.
That's good to know.
Need a haven.
Well, if I start having nightmares, you'll be the first I see. Also, we ran into Shelby and Thomas got taken by the Moonies. We saved him, and we're heading to the outpost now. Well, they are.
Are they all right?
Thomas almost died. I think we're taking him there to get treated.
Where were they? Where'd you find them?
Way out past, what was the other map called? Sorry, I'm not at the computer.
Mother's Trail.
Yeah.
Trail.
It was Mutter's
Uh,
Trail.
Well, he got carried back to Mutter's, but they caught him out and took him down to Mutter's Trail where they messed him up real bad. They sure did. Sure is.
Tell the mayor. No one's out allowed in the forest after dark anyway, but we need to be a bit more careful, even more so.
I think, Thomas said they were recruiting, and that's why they let him live.
Yep,
Oh.
They were gonna bite Darlene. Let her run around with heroin.
Piece of shit.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna head back to the group, and thank you for the advice.
You're welcome. I need to talk to the mayor.
And I'll head up to the group, and you can go take care of them.
Okay, so everybody else, you head to Endswatch. Endswatch, the ranger station, is a large log cabin of a structure. In front of it is cut away to reveal a large hearth, then all sorts of basically benches, where it looks like they just fill their time with tasks. Large map of Goldswood. Back wall of the cabin. You can see many people milling about, and as you approach, hold on a minute.
Before we get up there, you hear me asking to Tess. You know, I feel like we keep doing a bunch of stuff, and I just become more broke, and we're just not getting paid for anything. I don't really like this feeling. You know, what do we gotta do to make a buck here?
That's so arty.
Nobody's paying us.
I mean, we save
We
everybody.
get paid, but then we spend it, Artie.
Yeah, we get paid, and then it's gone, and then we do stuff, and then nobody pays us for the stuff. I just want to get paid. I got
You
so many
see-
things I need.
Are you
Approaching.
gonna ask your gnome friend, maybe?
Yeah, sure, definitely will.
A tall wood elf, female, just auburn hair, around the corner. He says, "Hey, Thomas, what the nine hell's happened to you?" And Thomas, "I got fucked up by the Moon Clan. These people gave my. They were using."
Don't worry. It was just 50 gold worth of potion. Don't you worry.
The wood elf stumbles forward, doesn't even look at you, Artie, and helps Thomas up and into the Rangers.
It was worth it.
Emerging from behind her, the halfling ranger that you saw at the outpost, Nora Little. She says, "I've been seeing you everywhere, haven't I?
We turn up.
What? Oh. I was like,
Oh,
what?
I like
DM,
that.
you get
I like
inspiration
that
for
one.
that.
No, he's gonna use it against us.
I have all the inspiration I need." Nora looks at all of you and he says, "Thank you for finding Thomas. What happened? I assume you."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nora nods and listens, and you, a number of other rangers are. And from the back, you can hear Thomas cursing as he tended to. Finally, Wolf emerges. This is Salite. Far ahead. Really?
How old is this town?
The light.
So Light looks at you and she says, 400 years.
Oh, wow. You look
Been-
great.
Thanks.
Are you in charge? Yeah, okay. I got a small request. Now hear me
Oh.
out here.
Okay, please forgive him for whatever he says.
She like this kind of this wood elf looks down her nose at Artie. I'll request.
Yep, small request, no pun intended. Now, we're doing everything we can to help out around town, you know, kind of burning through our resources pretty quickly here. Any chance we kind of used our last health potion to help out Tommy Boy over here? Well deserved, you know. Definitely worth it. Do you got any extras? Because I'm
He
pretty
reaches
terrified if we
into
go
a
down
belt
again.
pouch and hands.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Oh, that was actually way more polite than he usually is.
Yep.
That's settled. Fine then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yes.
Yep. That's it.
Thank you. We
Yes,
appreciate
thank you
it.
so much.
Welcome. Thank you for saving. In between his disgruntled edges of third. The war between them. Getting worse.
Yes.
Obviously. You all are on the very getting in the middle. Or anything else. You are newcomers to it. But you've done a few good. But that raises
How deep are them pockets?
Please ignore him
we're a
again.
small town. We don't
Mhm,
have
mhm.
our trade comes entirely from on the way.
Yeah, I get it. But a big part of your town, isn't it? Bounty contracts.
Artie.
Yeah. No, I'm just talking
Through
business here,
trade,
you know.
we
Yeah.
belts and hides, bone, any sort of requirements we can get. That's largely where our income
Mhm.
that and tithes.
Not all of us are so money motivated.
You're looking for money.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm still listening. You haven't lost me yet.
Sorry, miss, what was your name again?
The
Light?
So light. My brother and
It's
I
a
are
light
looking...
moon.
Pockets
so
are
light
so
moon.
light.
Okay,
Stand under my
Artie,
breath.
please be quiet. My brother and I are looking for a home.
Ah. So you're looking.
We're here. Can this be made one?
Already before. You wish to make this your welcome. Obviously, we welcome all kinds. He gestures, still moaning and annoyed.
The way we see it is that we protect our own, and we hope that the feeling is mutual, so that's what we're looking for.
And I think I have just the thing. You all are welcome. Stay in Endsmeet as long as you like. There is... I shouldn't assume. I know you're all staying behind the Cedarkin Lodge. Campsite. Bring you maintain. But if we're looking for... There are a number of residents located here in town. Welcome your way into... Now, I also don't mean together.
I've sort of happened into that role.
This is the only family I got.
Oh, that's nice, Artie.
Mhm.
Maybe stop bringing up money every time we talk
Well,
about why we're
let
together, and then we would
me
know that you care
clarify.
about us.
Okay, let me clarify. You two, you're strong, right? Then they got magic. Gideon has all this knowledge and stuff. My kind of skills involve me being able to build stuff, to be able to
to be able to fight big werewolves. I mean, I'm kind of useless without it.
Belen is going to, while Artie is explaining this, she's just going to go up and hug him.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
Just like,
Just trying to do my job to the best of my abilities, and protect the people I like here and your people of your town. It just sometimes you got a little.
honestly, I never intended to set down stakes here or anywhere, but I am afraid that little girl, her story struck those heartstrings of mine. And I don't think that story's through yet. I have an interest in abstract justice, and I'd like to meet some out. It's just not a story that's over yet. I don't like that ending.
Even if it... Even if it might risk first.
The thing is that it's not that the risk doesn't matter, because it does. It terrifies me. To lose what I am and become something else, that's terrifying. And I know that that's happened to more than one of you. But I just don't like bullies.
I'm with you on that one for sure.
And I want to give that story a different chapter. And if it means that I die trying, well, that's embarrassing. I don't want to die that way. But I don't want to turn around and walk away. I don't want to leave this chapter unfinished. So that's just kind of where I'm at.
He looks at you.
I don't think change is so bad. I'm happy to help.
Well,
How long till Jericho arrives? I don't know how long our conversation took.
not that long. So, actually, basically now would have been here. Talking. She would look at you as you approach. She would look between you and Claudia.
yes.
That is us.
Well, if you are in... There is a druid, deep into the Goldwood, be able to... A lot of answers. What these lycanthropes are doing. Even they will not. They will not know. Come to her bearing our blessing. Meet with you. Conversation. Likely have you try to drink. Pretend you like it. But she's going to be the best. Our question. Really, best learn where. How to strike. Down. Yes, sir.
They are. I have a question if you can answer me. If not, I can ask the druid.
Bye.
Does it seem like the Moon Clan picks randomly who they...
No, they're very specific. Strong will. Think difficult to...
To what extent do they go? Yes.
Mind-rending. They will make it so you beg.
Because that's the better alternative.
All the more reason to stop them.
I agree.
Stick together too.
I'd cave so quick.
Well, don't give them Artie then.
Yeah, no.
You might
No.
surprised.
Artie, I think you'd make a very cute little wolf.
I'd be strong, yeah. People
Yeah,
wouldn't mess
yeah.
with me.
Maybe you'll stop clinking.
Maybe I'd be a jackal.
You hear from the corner, Shelby says, "Get your hopes up."
One day.
What's this
You-
druid's name?
Lilibel.
Lilibel.
Pretty name.
Do you know what she looks like?
I know she favors snow.
Okay. Good thing Velen can talk to owls. Specifically.
She kind of furrows her brow and looks at you.
I have to speak with animals spell.
Ah,
It's
She
not
talked
a-
to an owl once, and now it's kind of a funny thing that we poke at her for.
owls are intelligence.
Not the one Velen talked to. The one stupid owl in the whole woods.
I really don't think the owl was that stupid. I mean, it offered constructive help.
Mm-hmm.
It pointed in a direction, and it gave us a metaphor, which is not always something an animal can manage. So
I've seen it.
I don't know why you're
Yeah, I
trying
saw
to
a
at the
point.
owl.
I'm sorry, you're right on my bad.
So,
Just judging my bird here. Just
Your bird. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were so close.
regardless,
we're best friends now. Like that owl does not remember me. As we're standing here talking, that owl has no idea that even happened.
I hate
Anyway,
to
sorry.
interrupt. However,
It may be,
Mhm.
yeah.
I appreciate all of bringing valuable asset.
He also looks great for his age. Don't feel bad.
Thomas, like from the bed inside, says, "Right, thanks." Oh, delight. Should you all be performing tasks for the what have you going on? You've performed several good deeds for handling for Tom. Darlene. Now saving our except the fact all are capable. So I offer membership.
Got some negotiations to
Oh
I'll
boy.
accept.
I accept.
hold up. You don't know if this is a 24-hour shift.
I
You
just-
know, I
what
have
does it
working
entail?
hours of when I'm available, I'm not available. You know, what does this entail?
I
before you
ignore
just
him
blindly
completely.
accept?
And I
Artie
walk
also
up to
accepts.
her.
I do think it would be good to know what it entails. I'm not saying
Yeah,
no, but
oh.
what responsibilities does this award come with? You know,
These are reasonable questions.
Days off, hours, am I on call?
Overtime.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
you
be
know.
honest with you. Basically on call.
See
When you're
what
not
I mean?
when you're not performing it, time is
Mm.
time's drive.
Of course.
I think we would do that anyway.
Right, but now there's an official title for
Oh yeah, that's super important to me.
Mm-hmm.
and
you got a
if
union?
if my time in Endsmeet were to come to an end, obviously what would happen?
Were you to perish? Or were
No,
you
I
to
mean,
leave?
like if I, for example, had some other obligation that I had to go take care of someplace far away.
You would return your back. Very well.
We
Alright,
get
so-
badges.
Yes.
Do we also get guns?
Oh.
Oh.
They are
They are.
expensive.
Yeah, they are.
But that was really my question. Like, is there a term of service, or if I have to go, can I? And it sounds like that's answered. So
Well, if you have to go, I don't pay you. Turn your back.
right, good.
Yes, I'm offering you a job.
No, I get it. I've had a job before.
Have you?
Yeah, quite a few, actually. You'd be surprised.
I'm
And
sorry
the
he's so
reason
abrasive.
No. Hear me out. The reason I have asked, because almost every job I've worked for, I have gotten used, abused, and underappreciated. So I've learned to ask.
Well,
It's because he's Sarisian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mhm.
oops.
as all of you be hired as
Mhm.
you'll be expected to work together as a
Yes.
Mhm.
She goes back into the cabin a few moments before emerging with pouches.
Got it right where we need her. Just let me work this, guys. I got it.
I think you
Oh,
just
no.
make things worse.
You don't know
I'm
until you
gonna
ask.
I'm gonna have Tess just kind of like flick Artie's ear,
Ah,
and and pat him on the back. And I'm sorry, this is dickish, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm gonna just have her like try to sleight of hand something from his pocket to kind of just this nonsense.
Okay, wait. Question. Are you going for one of my 3 pouches? Or I don't think you can get into the bag of holding.
I don't think I can get in the bag of holding. Do you have
And
like
if
a
you
healing
try,
potion or anything on you?
I do.
I'm gonna go for that.
I mean, that technically belongs to Claudia, but hey, whatever.
Huh? Sorry, what? I was
I
listening.
was out of character. I said that.
Oh.
So what do you
Sorry.
reach
That's
for?
a terrible slight.
That's a terrible sleight of hand.
Because I have something written in my book that I haven't told anybody about yet.
Oh
Uh-oh.
boy.
Ooh.
So you go for my pouch?
Yeah, like
All
really
you hear
obviously.
as
So
soon as you
obviously.
touch it, all you hear is intruder alert! Intruder alert! Stop touching my stuff! Stop touching my stuff! I have on my important pouch, I have put a magical tinkering, and the trigger, if somebody besides myself goes to touch it, it starts yelling intruder alert.
Love it.
It's where
Tess
everyone
is
just
gonna-
goes,
Tess is just gonna laugh and be like, just,
I got my eyes on you.
huh? Yep. You should. You should.
Wow, sorry about
Is she still here?
all of that.
She is watching you, like, as all this happens.
So I'll go. Sorry, and I also hate to ask, but could you replace the potion my sister used?
We did that
Yeah,
already.
I got it right here.
Oh,
Sorry, he wasn't here.
thank you.
I understand recompense. Of course I would pay you. First, badges. You all accept your duties as part of the Watch?
Yes.
What is
Yes.
your name? She's
All
looking
of our
at you.
names?
Yes.
Me? Claudia Amber Hyde.
Emberheim.
Yes.
He's rolling an insight.
go ahead.
When you say the name Amberhide,
Great.
when
Cool.
you say the name Amberhide, is there any hesitance to it? Is there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she rolled a 27.
Damn.
As she looks at you and she sees this patient.
Well, for now.
It's okay. Just
Claudia.
Claudia.
She looks at you.
Jericho.
You? Oh, just one. She's looking.
Belinarite.
You? She.
Tess Turnbuckle.
Unbuckle.
Hmm. Not quite.
And you.
Artie Gutter Snipe at your service.
I did. As she makes a note of it, she then reaches into the pouch and she hands each of you a circular badge that looks familiar. Looks an awful lot like this.
What? Where is it?
Oh, I like that.
Where is it?
Oh, I see it. I see it. Sorry.
On the screen.
It's writing.
It's the thing you've been looking at every time we start the set.
Why is Tess dead right now?
Good question.
Oh,
Guess
good
you're
question.
Not dead, are you? It
I am
shows you're
not dead.
alive.
I am not dead. I think I maybe accident. Sometimes the thing,
Yeah.
all these like conditions and statuses will come down, and I'll try to get away from them. And I
Yeah.
Stop showing you.
Well,
Dead yet?
we'll miss her.
sorry. I'm a ghost.
What the hell?
Now you're little.
There you go.
Mine is
Already
dead.
That was
alive, man.
so. Why was that so hard?
Weird.
Okay, hold on.
Cool. Thank you.
This badge shows a symbol of a log cabin, much like the one you're standing in front. Roll a religion check as you look at the badge.
All of us?
Yeah, if you,
8.
Tess with a 15,
Is it silver?
not silver.
I'm suckish
That'd
for
be a
werewolf
terrible
group
idea.
to have silver
That'd be a
badges.
terrible idea. With a 15, and
Whoa.
Artie with 21.
Fuck.
15, Tess, the smoke coming out strikes familiar. Can't quite place it. Artie, you recognize that straight off of old, archaic, here where you grew up. Out of storms. You also notice that 15 and that 21. And I would say even with the 11, 12,
It's just me who doesn't notice.
round circle, field of black. Boom. Lot. Different entities. All seems to tie into a haven center wild. As you all receive your badges, next she hands out. She says, "This, of course, is the finder's fee, our errant.
Oh,
You receive 15 platinum."
that's
Okay.
150 gold.
Sure is.
So like, start with this so we can avoid that whole situation. You know.
It does feel good.
I
not
would
be
like to put my
completely
hand
dead.
over Artie's mouth.
We get 15 platinum each.
Yes.
She over here talking like she broke.
We are.
Okay.
Thomas
Oh.
matters to.
Gotcha.
I hope we matter to you too someday.
You do now. You're part of my ends watch. Which reminds me, your first task, after you've recovered and eaten something, to head to the Goldswood and find Lilibel. Yes, Claudia.
Do you have team names?
But you're welcome to come up with one.
I have a couple.
Jericho actually laughs a little bit.
I came up with a couple last
Well,
night.
what are the names?
DM question.
Hold on a minute.
Please don't laugh.
She pulls out like a scrap of paper, and it's child
Yeah.
scrawl, like crayon, big letters, like that she really worked hard on.
Jericho is gonna kind of like puff himself up and try to be intimidating, so as to not laugh and kind of give the vibe: if you laugh, I'll make you regret it.
The light almost looks.
Maybe adventurers.
What did you?
I have 5. Yeah. So the first one is
She looks incredibly like her face is getting redder as she speaks because this is how I feel.
Jericho puts his hand
um,
on your shoulder.
You can do this. You can do this. I have faith in you. Bardic inspiration.
Okay,
I don't know what it's for, but you've got it.
I'll hold on to it.
my first one's really simple. It's the Watchers. So that's the first one. And then the second is kind of a play on the two warring factions, the Moonies and the Sentinels of the Shine, and it's the Moonshines, but it's with a Y because the Shines have a Y. And then the third one is Wild Hearts.
Oh.
Don't laugh.
I'm
And
not laughing. I'm going, oh.
The fourth one is the Defiant Few. And then the last one Tess made me think of, and it's the Change Bringers.
She kind of holds the paper to her chest, like.
What about
You did
Party
well.
and Co?
I think the Changebringers might be trademarked
Oh,
by someone else. That's an out of character joke that Vela
the
doesn't
Bringers of
Yeah.
Change.
know. I really like the Moonshines. It's cute and like we're fucking drunkards, so it's amazing.
Moonshiners?
I didn't have
But-
any yar at the end, but if you think that makes it better.
No, I like what you have. Better than Artie and Co. I'll give you that.
Most
think
everything's better than that.
I mean, they don't have to be any of the ones I came up with. I just was thinking about it.
They were real good names.
They're
Sure.
good names.
She looks proud.
Real good. They're real good names.
I like the Watchers.
That was the simplest one I came up with.
Dude, you had a GM question?
Yes, remember we were talking when I was talking about crafting stuff? What was the name of that substance that started with a B?
Banasite.
Right?
Banasite. Banasite. So, like, do you know anybody around here who has Banasite? Do you even have this have it in your town, any chance?
Bet Nezek is the only one who'd get his claws on that.
Ezek would be a good guess.
Mhm.
Likely he would have had it from some traders. Not that. You may be able to get some. Does practice magic and so as might be able. Likely have to do.
Will do. Much appreciated.
Feel free. You have. I'd really like to see you off, told Lilibel's, before the night is out, but
I think we just need to make stops to get supplies. But other than that, I'm ready to go. I don't need anything.
He's a
I'd
sandwich.
really not rather travel at night, if that's fine.
Well, so
Yeah.
it's like what, afternoon, early?
it's
I
like
guess
It's like
11:30.
11 o'clock.
Yeah. So if we could get stuff and get going.
Is it a
And
far
we're not going to have
journey?
to go that far to find Lilibel.
Expected to be a couple hours hike.
Yeah, we should be able to be back by dark unless something terrible happens. I mean, knock on wood.
The Goldwood, anything.
I knock on Artie's head gently.
I will say, as you head toward Lilibel, careful. End up going the. You might cross. Belongs to
Belongs to who?
Who?
Osrix, the green dragon.
Oh,
Oh,
Big cat.
Tosserix.
Is he an old dragon?
No, he's fairly young, but he's hard to find, hard to get a hold of.
So you're saying there's a chance. Got it.
How
I
would
know a
we
lot about
avoid?
dragons. Is that bad?
Oh yeah, yeah, but they have so much cool shit that I can make out of it.
If we're
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You're not.
Mhm.
You are not hunting a green dragon. Look, you're new to town. Right. I'm aware you're capable, but green dragon is so don't push it. You got us. I mean
There's
it.
hope for the future. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No,
Don't
look at
worry.
me. I mean it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm.
Come on,
His
please make sure.
interest.
he's
His
not gonna go off
interests
by
are not
himself to try to get a
ours.
dragon.
Yeah,
He's afraid of horses. I don't think he'll take a dragon.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
we'll
don't think
make
you're
sure.
getting it back if
Gideon will sit on him. It will be fine.
Okay.
My purpose here is to warn you.
Will
Wait.
not fight a dragon, no problem.
Thank you.
I see them crossed fingers there. That's out of character.
Oh, I had another team name. Just wanted to throw that out there. Maybe the Silver Scimitars, because I have a silvered scimitar.
Okay.
That's also a good name.
I'm a little partial to.
I like
Me
that one
too.
too.
Me
Anyway,
too.
Cute.
I like
They're all
the wild
cute.
cards.
I
Fine.
welcome you all to the Endsmeet. All the best. You need help.
Okay.
Sure, you will come across Shelby.
I'll try.
Good
Oh.
matching. Kudos.
GG.
Kudos.
Got a team.
We're a team.
I like the wild hearts.
Hey,
I like
badges.
Wild Hearts too.
World Hearts is pretty cute. They're all really cute.
As always, go the RP vote. Every time we start with Doot, so today we're going to equipped and bottom up.
Oh, so me first.
Who do you think deserves?
Fuck, that's a tough one. I think I will give it to. You should actually come back to me.
You can start with me. I know who I want.
Okay. Dooch, who do you think?
Gotta give it to Tess. Gotta give it to Tess. The whole that lore little drop and the way she played it so naturally. Really enjoyed that. Even though
You need
Artie
to come to
didn't
me
see it.
next. You need to come to me next.
Well, we're just gonna go back down the order as normal. Okay. Pen.
I have to give it to Tess. You blew my fucking mind. You kept that secret from all of us these past couple of weeks. What the fuck?
Oh,
And you
boy.
kept it to yourself.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like the fact that you kept it in character and out of character, I'm super impressed with. Like I would have wanted to tell everybody.
It's part of why I had such a hard time playing her. Because I was like, I don't know.
So here for it, and it makes so much sense that you have Gemino.
Jamino.
Jamino. It makes so much more sense. I was like, yeah, she's super into change and stuff like that. Duh. Okay. Carry on.
Two for Tess.
I'm gonna give it right back to you, Pen. Like
Oh,
those cute names. They're so cute, and it was such a Claudia way to do it, to present it like that, like in character with the kind of like big scribbles. Like I loved everything about it. It was so cute.
Shucks. I came up with them while we were playing. I
Also-
was actually
also-
working on them.
Also, above table, like literally know why. I was also thinking about this and I couldn't think of anything good, but I really thought about Changebringers and I was like, oh wait, no, that's a Critical Role thing. But man, that would be so cool because we have so many shifters. So like, we're on the same wavelength.
Claudia. Okay, Sal. Sal, who do you think?
Ah.
So both of the things that I was going to say have already been said. Because at first I was gonna give it to Tess for the changeling thing, and then I was like, well, Tess is getting all the votes. I can throw into Pen, and then for the adorable names, and so now both of those things have already been said.
Right?
It-
Right?
So I'm like, oh,
Now you
shit.
see where I'm at.
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna say Artie, for Douche for continuing to commit to the bit.
The
I very
socially
much enjoy
dumbest
the
person
commitment
ever met.
to the bit. I enjoyed a lot. But I mean, I love all the RP in this group. I love everything. This is so good. So just yeah, I was literally I went down. I was like I was gonna give it to one of you, and then it was like okay, just so sort of like okay, Dooch can have mine this week.
Right.
Thank you.
I gotta give it the pen for the Claudia names.
Okay.
That at the end, and especially the embarrassment that she played out, and
You mean my actual embarrassment?
it was good.
Means that we have a tie between Claudia. Both of you.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Nice.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
Thank you guys for playing session
Thanks,
5
Jamino.
with me. Question I have for you all is, how do you feel about the pacing? Did you like... Really, I didn't expect there to be this much god shit in this.
Well, you were like, you can talk to the gods, and we were like, okay, bet.
Yeah, I guess.
And now you're
Honestly-
bitching because we keep rolling that 20 so they can't ignore
Cool,
us.
let's do it.
Honestly, it's because of the rolls. I mean, we got
Yeah,
the roll
we
for it.
couldn't roll. Like, if we didn't roll
I
as
mean,
well,
admittedly, we
sorry.
have been praying and shit like when it comes up. But if the rolls were not where they were at, you would just, you know,
We
would
wouldn't have
feel
been at the
hurt, and
shrine,
then life
and it-
would move on.
Right, like
It's hard, it's hard not to feel like I might be like, but you.
you're not at all. It's exactly what I
character.
want to. I've literally got to talk to Valkeen every time I've tried, so like.
It's just worked out
keep
that
rolling,
way.
man. Keep rolling.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
Okay.
only talked to my god once, but that's mostly because
You didn't want to reach out until then.
yeah, Velen is like kicking and screaming, like.
You rolled a
"Ugh."
natural 20 for that readout too, so yeah.
Yeah.
Here's your
It's also,
fucking
it's also
god.
like a.
Huh?
When I think of the campaign, the kind of like struggle with belief and with trust, not just in the gods, but like in each other, and
It's
kind of
neat.
like
It's
figuring
it's like a
out the-
theme.
Very thematic.
Yeah, it's like a theme. I really like it.
Good.
The way that the story is developing, just it's fun that the faith relationships and the character relationships are kind of mirroring in that way. Because I
Yes.
don't think we did it on purpose.
Nope.
But
No.
it's
I-
totally
Only
building in
spoke
that
to
direction.
Simic about my character, and that's because we're siblings.
I only
Uh,
talked to Echo about my character.
Nice
Also,
the DM.
it was surprising me it took till session 5. Finally got signed up with. Got your back. When I chose that to be the badge, I was like, yeah, this will happen right away. I was.
Nope.
We don't take a straight line to anything, that's
okay,
for sure.
it totally works out. But otherwise, I'm having a lot of fun, you guys. Thank you again for quickly as possible.
Yay!
I hope we get Dad back next week.
I miss Dad!
Yeah.
He's basically all of our father. We all have parent issues.
Your health.
I
Oh.
mostly have sibling issues, actually.
Oh, you don't know that?
Yeah. Well, I think some of it has come out on camera. It just, but not really. Mostly the subtext.
I
Anyway,
feel like you don't know a whole lot of.
But you
yeah.
totally cut out. That's what you cut out.
Well, I was saying I want Velen more because I feel like we know like little bits. We've gotten these like little sprinkles.
Need more about Velen.
More
but I
Velen.
like, don't know.
Yeah, more Velen.
I mean, I'm
When the-
here.
When the bard is the most mysterious person in the party, there's a
Yeah,
problem.
Am I really mysterious? I don't know that I'm
Yeah.
mysterious.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
We
pretty-
literally
you're pretty
know
damn
nothing
mysterious.
about you.
Only
We don't know
us as
anything about you.
players know that you're an Asmar. We're
And
not
then-
really
That's
sure
true.
what's going on with you.
And
I
then
mean,
you start
I've used
asking
Asimar
about-
abilities on camera, and I get weird about gods whenever they come up. That's
Mhm.
basically it. That's.
I mean,
Well,
so does
it.
Claudia when gods are brought up.
Literally
Yeah.
everyone except for Tess, and even Tess gets weird about gods.
That's
So
true.
funny. So funny. This is how. That's the right question.
Yeah.